You can't say we're the modern day philosophers. We're the ones putting the truth out there in the world. We're the ones changing the world. We're the ones holding the mirror up to the powerful people. And then on the same level go, why are they canceling us for what we say? You said you're important. You said you're changing the world. Well, if I was someone in power, I'd sure as want to silence those motherfuckers that are saying the real shit. If you're that important, say we're not important at all. And we could say whatever the fuck we want. I value saying what the fuck I want. So treat me like a clown. I don't give a fuck.
Andrew Schulz, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What's happening, man?
Chilling, man.
Very good. I just missed you in the UK when you were over there. What do you make of it?
I liked it. I actually had a good time over there. It was cool. We got to, do some cool interviews, and I actually got to hang out in London. I haven't really hung out in London before. I didn't do the whole pub thing. Mm-hmm. I like the pub thing.
Do you not think you have an equivalent over here?
It's different. Like pub for pub's sake is not. We need another excuse. I think that's why we have sports almost every night of the week. So it's we can go to the bar to watch a sport.
Not just for a hang.
Yeah. Just going to drink feels wrong here. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
I'm going to the bar to drink. Just that? Yeah.
Yeah.
To meet anybody? Maybe.
England.
But mostly drink.
Yeah.
Doesn't that feel...
I don't know, man. It's part and parcel of the British culture, right? This is one of the problems they have with shutting down of pubs, that they're saying it's disconnecting people from each other.
Yeah.
And people are becoming more isolated.
Yeah.
So you spent a good bit of time with True Geordie, Brian.
Love Brian. There. Free Brian.
Well, dude, I want to talk about that because I think...
He's converting to Islam. Did you know that? Did you guys... This is breaking news. Brian is actually converting to Islam.
Pete Davidson is now Jewish.
Yep.
And Brian True Geordie's converted to Islam.
Brian is converting to Islam. Yeah. He had to give up the foreskin. Did you know that?
No.
He's
it's a heavy price to pay. I imagine he's got a massive foreskin.
I don't know how heavy, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Brian, do you think Brian's got a big
foreskin? Yeah.
It's all foreskin?
Yeah, it's just 90% foreskin. It's like a sock. It's like a sock with a tennis ball in it.
Shout out to Brian, man.
Yeah, so I thought it was very interesting because you guys do these sort of intros to the beginning of your pods where it's like a rant, like a bit for maybe a minute or 2 minutes. And you guys have said some during those that I can't believe gets put on the internet. What was interesting about watching Brian is he said something that could have been a bit taken straight out of one of your intros, right? And he got smashed for it. Gymshark dropped him, PokerStars dropped him, got banned for a while on Twitch.
Yeah.
Is there a special button that people need to be able to press that lights up and says, I'm doing a comedy bit? Because he's not a comedian, but he dips in and out of comedy.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's he gets judged by the same criteria that a normal creator does, but tries to do the stuff that comedians do. Do you know what I mean? It's people that cross both thresholds, they're in a bit of a tough bind because they're going to be looked at and it's well, that wasn't a joke. That was actually his true fucking whatever coming out.
Yeah. It almost benefits every podcaster to do stand-up once so you can say you're a comedian.
So you've got the comedian card?
Yeah, just do it one time and then say you're a comedian and then just say more or less whatever you want. Because comics were how do I say it? It's like if you see somebody dressed in a provocative manner, right? And they're your school teacher, you're like, what the fuck? But if you saw a stripper dressed in that way, you'd be like, oh, she's really conservative when she's not stripping, right? So I think that's what it's like being a comedian, where it's you expect me to say even crazier shit. So if I made the joke that he made, nobody would give a fuck. But I think with Brian, I think you expect him to be very serious. He's serious about a lot of shit, even though he's fucking hilarious. He was hilarious on our pod. I don't know if you saw our episode, but that motherfucker's funny. So yeah, it's a shame, man. It's a shame. I wonder, how do you create that kind of protection? I always, my thing is I'm going to ride for the jokes. My loyalty is to the jokes. I know he was making a joke. There was clear misdirect. He was playing off of stereotypes that we all know exist. And I thought it was funny. I don't know if he has a hatred in his heart for Muslims. I think he has a hatred in his heart for Andrew Tate. Do you know what I'm saying? But if Andrew Tate converted to Judaism, then he would have a joke that was about Jews, right? Yeah, exactly. He'd open it with my dark twisted fantasy or whatever. He would have something busting balls. So it's not about the religion. It's just about punishing this guy that he doesn't like. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I would say. So yeah, I defend him. But I also understand these brands. They're looking out for themselves, right? They don't really care about him. They care about his audience. And then once he becomes too radioactive for them to make money, why are they going to keep giving him money? Now, he's got to remember that next time he does business with a brand, because if they come back later and he continues to have the biggest show and blows the fuck up, and let's say he becomes, the Rogan, I guess maybe he's already the Rogan of the UK, but let's say he is the biggest fucking platform, then Gymshark could come back and be like, hey, we'd really like sponsorship, and you can go fuck yourself. You left me when I was in a dark time, so now I'm not going to continue to promote your brand. So that's what I would do with him. I would just keep on getting bigger and then remind every one of those companies they ain't shit.
Well, that was the interesting insight I learned from you, that a lot of people believe there is this grand conspiracy. Everybody is unified together in this way to try and take people down. What you said, it's individuals, it's individual actions. This guy's got a new house that he basically can't afford the mortgage on, and a kid that's going to a new private school, and blah, 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 and the wife expects a new car every so often.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm going to lose my fucking job.
Yeah.
The incentives are aligned for individuals to act in a way which makes it look like a coordinated conspiracy from the outside. Yeah. Now, that's not to say that there aren't fucking like overlords out there that are trying to coordinate certain things. I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
But I do think that the simplest solution is individual people terrified about losing their job, looking out for themselves.
100%. Even those situations where we think they're overlords, a lot of times it's the people under them doing what they think the overlords would like. Like, I remember I used to go, there was like a few like Fox News shows that were like funny. Like, they were actually funny shows, right? And they would have comedians on, you can kind of say whatever. And I remember going there, and I remember like times like my material would like skew a little bit more conservative. I remember reflecting on it, going like, wait a minute, am I just trying to say the thing that would win in this environment? And I had to check myself. And in that moment, I was like, oh, wow, if I was an employee of this company, of course I'm going to do the things that I think my boss likes. I'm going to behave in a way that...
You're being influenced, just skewed a tiny little bit.
We're humans. We like to be rewarded, bro.
Is there such a thing as a joke that goes too far?
Yeah, to everybody. Everybody's got a limit.
But is there such a thing, like, objectively as a joke that's too much? Could you write a joke that would be so much that it shouldn't be allowed on the internet, or it shouldn't be allowed to be published?
Is it funny?
Yes.
No, then there's not. If it's funny, if everybody's laughing, then no. Like, you're laughing. Like, I mean, that's the thing I learned in my career is basically like, in order for me to get away with the most fucked up jokes that I want to make, I got to do it right to the people I'm talking about. So if I'm doing a joke, I don't want to do any black jokes with no black people in the room. I want there to be black people in the room, and I want to be doing the joke to them. Because if they're laughing, you can't be offended on their behalf. And it's usually white people offended on behalf of non-white people, right? But if you see the black people laughing, now you got to shut up with your offense, right? So I kind of realized that, and I'm very fortunate I got this, very diverse audience, so I can talk about all these different things to those people, and it's not just a bunch of white people in a room making fun of minorities, which feels weird even if the jokes are funny.
Yes.
Like, there could be a hilarious joke about Asians, but if there's no Asians there, it's like, all right. What's going on, bro? Like, doesn't it feel weird?
Talking about your friend behind his back while he's not there.
I don't even like talking about black shit on the podcast without Alex. So Alex, one of my co-hosts on Flagrant, like when he's there, it's way more comfortable talking about black shit, right? Because there's a black dude
he's
that
the
can
window
talk
into
about
the black world.
Yeah. He could be like, oh, okay, this is now I can see why people are upset. Or if he's laughing, that it's silly, it's still kind of fun.
Yeah.
It just makes it better.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or even gay stuff. Like without Mark, I don't want to talk about gay shit. Do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know he's gay, but he is, So that's why Mark is there. So we have some gay representation. You know what I mean? Just sitting in the middle of two guys, the way he likes it.
Is it the...
You know what I mean? Listen, you don't get monkeypox one at a time, guys. That's a group activity. Shout out to the gays.
Right.
Was that a thing in England, monkeypox?
Did it come over here? No, it probably didn't. No
England?
No, they're just way too...
Yo, you gays in England are soft. Step it up. Step it up. New York gays are the hardest gays on the planet. You know what I mean? Like, we have New York gays, they're gay. They're gay. They're gay the way I would be gay.
How?
Dick all the time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody was shocked that this monkeypox thing was like a problem. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Because what's the guy's name? Fauci? Fauci basically came up and he was like, the way it's getting transferred or whatever. What did he say exactly? It's like...
Fuck, I don't know how he said it was getting transferred. It was getting transferred through butt sex.
Yeah, but it's a specific type. It was gay orgies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
stop your orgies, or do more, and then get immunity.
Do
natural
whatever
immunity.
the fuck you want. I don't care. What I'm trying to say is like the places in the world that have gay populations that weren't getting monkey sex. I don't think that you're taking advantage of being gay.
That's the
you just having one-on-one sex. Be straight.
The canary in your coal mine is, have you got monkeypox or not?
Canary in a coal mine sounds like some gay shit, bro.
That's what I just said.
Okay,
that's
good.
what I mean.
That was a good pun.
When it comes to the Brian thing, to just like think about that.
Yeah.
Do you have stricter rules as your platform grows, or is it just the fact that you're under more scrutiny?
I think you just got to be funnier. The rule would be funnier, and when you're taking those shots, make sure that they.
But what about outside of that? What about if it's just someone generally, not necessarily a comedian, not trying to make a funny joke online?
Mm-hmm.
As your platform grows and as more people watch your stuff, do you need to be more careful about the things that you're saying?
Especially
in a way?
Depending on which, like, for example, I don't tweet anymore. Like, I get all these, like, my drafts are crazy. Like, one day I'm going to
tweet and delete.
Oh, man. One day, I don't even delete it. I don't even let it out there. I just type it in so I know the thought is there, and then that shit goes right to the drafts. If somebody hacks my Twitter, it's over.
One day someone at Twitter is going to press the wrong button and unleash all of your drafts.
I got to be on Elon's good side. I got to stop talking shit about Elon, bro, because he could release all my drafts.
What do you think, Elon? Hero or villain? The internet's pretty split halfway at the moment.
Just the idea that like he could figure out spaceships and not Twitter. Like Twitter isn't like a hard thing. Like, have you ever met someone in tech? Like they're not the best like socializing human beings. Do you know what I mean? Like the fact that they could figure out socializing. Like, have you seen them talk to each other? Like Zuckerberg has to like be reminded to blink, right? Like his eyes dry out. He's I like MMA. I like surfing. Blink. Okay, there you go. Right? It's like. So it's like there's these aren't the people that are good at socializing, and they figured out apps around socializing. Elon can figure out how to just write something and post it. It's not that difficult. So if I have no question he's going to figure it out. It's going to be better. They'll have 1 billion users. They'll find out a way to monetize it. It'll be easy.
But is he doing it for the right reasons, in your opinion?
Yeah.
Because that's the question, right?
I don't know, but in my opinion, yeah.
I would agree. Like it seems.
Well, what's the right reasons? I might have a different right reason than you.
For me, it would be to
because he cares about free speech.
It would be to open up communication online. Yes, that's my opinion.
I think that's part of it, but I think that there's other parts.
What are the parts?
I think if you're a billionaire, you need some sort of like news apparatus to protect yourself. Like there's a reason why Microsoft, Bill Gates got MSNBC. The MS is Microsoft NBC, right? Amazon got the Washington Post. It's like once you get enough money where people should kill you because you have that much money, you need a newspaper or something to be like, yo, don't kill that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what all the articles are. It's like, Amazon gives $100 million to this, and it's just like, yo, don't kill me.
Is there not a difference between something that's editorial and something that's just a platform, though? Like Bezos can influence what goes out on the Washington Post a lot more easily than Elon can tell people what to tweet.
Yeah, but Elon can also tweet whatever the fuck he wants, and he can also
never get removed.
Not only can it never get removed, but he can also remove shit that's said about him that's fake. Right? He could be like, that's fake news. He can't do that from the Washington Post.
But they did that fact check thing, didn't they? About
I'm not saying he would do this, but he can. There's power.
Yes.
And all news is on Twitter right now. That's what Twitter is. It's really a news feed, right? So the Washington Post, nobody goes to the Washington Post to read an article. They see the article pop up on Twitter, and then they go to it. So if they're posting fake news about Elon, he could be like, oh, that's fake news. Adios. See you later.
They did that thing about, was it pensioners' benefit checks? And it got fact-checked by saying that the reason that pensioners in the US are now getting so much more money is because of inflation, and everything is adjusted for inflation. So the increase was massive, but the increase was based on the fact that inflation is massive.
Hilarious.
And it was a little window below saying...
So they fact-checked it?
Yeah, and it put it on the tweet. And it was like, this is why this... And it was within like 2 days of Elon buying Twitter. It was fucking hilarious.
I love that.
Did you see the new shit that just came out today that the FBI... The ex-counsel to the FBI who was working for Twitter got hold of the Twitter files before they went to Matt Taibbi and the other lady that was part of the Twitter release. And he, it seems, allegedly, has scrubbed the links between the FBI and the Hunter Biden laptop thing, and he's now been fired by Elon.
You never stop working for the FBI.
You think? Once you're in, you're in?
Yeah. I mean, you're more effective being a retired FBI guy. I don't trust retired CIA. I don't trust retired FBI. You think they're going to let you retire with all that information? You know what I mean? It's like, no, that's a lifetime job, man. If they give you information that could shut the whole thing down, you're in for life. And you better know you're in for life. It's not like you do your 20 years and you write your tell-all book. We don't got that many tell-all books, right? We got the Confessions of an Economic Hitman. He just said the shit that we all know. He didn't really say anything. And also, he's a scumbag for that. Don't like do it, profit off of doing it, and then write a book about how bad it is and then profit off of that.
That's the Liver King arc. That's what's coming next for the Liver King arc.
Which is what?
That you go through the villain and then I am now the hero that is coming clean for what it is.
About being honest about who I am.
Yeah. And then one of my friends is adamant that his end goal is to become a WWE star. Like
I think Alex asked him, and he was like, we were like, do you do wrestling? He's like, oh, I'm 45. And then he goes, no, like WWE. So he actually thought that he meant like be a wrestler,
yes.
like do some MMA shit.
Yeah.
He was like, nah, but I don't know if he's going to do the WWE. Maybe, but yeah, go do it. And if that was the whole goal, then that would be very deceptive.
Yes.
I don't think that is. I think that he genuinely... Yeah, I think he genuinely found something that was very helpful to like him and his family, and he shared it and monetized it. And anytime you monetize anything, I'm going to be skeptical. Like anytime there's money associated, I told him, I was like, bro, if you were an accountant and you did this shit, nobody would question it. No one would care because you're not making any money off it. The second you make money off something, there's always a little bit of a...
The incentives aren't going to be quite as pure.
Right?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is why Huberman is such a fucking interesting example. He's like, what do you suggest that I take for my Fidogia agrestis or whatever fucking supplement it is? And he just goes, well, I'm not involved with any of these companies, but this is what I think. And it gives you so much faith that what he's saying is genuinely what he believes.
Yeah.
Because he has no incentive to say otherwise. Yeah. Like all that guy sells, I think, is maybe like ad-free access and t-shirts.
I think he's going to do some supplements, or he already has some supplements.
Eventually, he should do.
We should look that up. He might even have some now.
Well,
but he should because we trust him, right?
Correct. Yeah, but that's what latent leverage is, right? That's
what is that?
So imagine that you continue to give and give and give and give to...
Oh, and then it's time to...
Yeah, to your audience. And then when they do, they don't feel aggrieved about buying shit from you.
100%. I think that probably worked for me with the special. Like I had given
100%.
away so many fucking hours of stand-up comedy that when I was finally like, yo, I really believe in this thing cost me a lot of money. Can you guys support me? I think there was a lot of people just DM me. They're like, yo, we'd be more than happy to. Thank you. Like, and that was really cool because when you start giving away shit for free so much, you expect it to be free in your head, even though it's not free for you to work out. You know, like I put 15 years into this, you know? So it's like, but yeah, that was a cool response. Latent leverage.
Yeah. You just accumulate. Well, I mean, it's Gary V's like jab, right hook philosophy. If you
That's also like dating. It's like dinner.
There it is. Speaking of dating,
monkeypox. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's equal opportunities. We've got a lot more to talk about with Andrew, but first I need to tell you about Whoop. It is the best fitness tracker that I have ever found. It's the only one that I've ever stuck with, and it tracks absolutely everything from my sleep to my recovery, even the workouts that I do every single day through this strap, which is on 24/7. My resting heart rate and my heart rate variability, and even how much I'm breathing throughout the night, tells me my quality of sleep. It gives me trends and reports over time. But the most important thing is it actually nudges my behavior through suggestions in an app. It's a digital coach, not just a fitness tracker, and it encourages me to change my behavior that will improve my health over the long term. Even better than that, you can join for free, pay nothing for the brand new Whoop 4.0 strap, and get your first month for free. So you buy it for free, try it for free, and if you do not like it after 29 days, they'll give you your money back. Head to join.whoop.com/modernwisdom to sign up right now. That's join.whoop.com/modernwisdom. The Manosphere. Give me your thoughts on the Manosphere.
Yeah, what about the Manosphere has always existed. It just got less funny. That's my issue with it. It's like, be funny. Be funny about whatever it is. Like my favorite comedian, the greatest comedian of all time, hands down, is Patrice O'Neal. Like, Patrice O'Neal is early Manosphere. Like, I don't know if you watch any of his stuff. Like, I'm early Manosphere. Like, my stuff, I've got jokes that are, like, perfectly aligned with Manosphere shit, but they're jokes. It's funny. What was so great about Tate was he was funny. Like, Mark was telling us this one thing. I didn't even see this one. He's like, I'll never let a girl drive my car. He goes, they're like, why? He goes, have you ever thrown something at your girl and she caught it? like that's just a hilarious, that joke could go on stage. Like you could he's got lines you could take and go on stage. And that's why it was so effective. It's like, it tapped into almost like Borscht Belt comedy. Remember, have you heard of like the Borscht Belt? Like old back in the day comedy, like the Take My Wife, Please, these one-liners, right? These one-liners were all incredibly offensive, but they tap into feelings that we have. And our feelings are not the things we execute. You get cut off. You want to be like, I want to fucking kill that person, but you don't really kill them. It's a momentary feeling. So you have frustration with your wife, the Take My Wife, Please. Everybody in the audience, every husband who's dealt with their wife bitching about something, you know, I relate to that moment. I relate to that feeling, because comedy's about feeling. It's not about truth. It's not about what should be true. It's about a feeling that is real that you've had. So I think what happens with these jokes is they tap into moments of what it is like to be a guy in this day and age. And then not funny people got into it and ruined it, like everything, and then started taking every single line seriously. And then when you start to take every single line seriously, you just seem like you're hate women, you're angry at women, you're bitter. That's not, I don't think anybody really at the end of the day wants to resonate with that.
The fundamental way that it's positioned is that men and women are enemies or adversaries at the very least.
They're trying to extract something from you. Yeah. It's kind of dangerous to think about it like that.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like a particularly healthy way to create a foundation to build stuff up from that. And the problem is that I also understand, right? Like I was a guy in my 20s who didn't understand the world and himself and fucking everything. Yeah. So you go to the internet. It was just fortunate for me that I landed on like Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris and whatever, as opposed to some other channel, because you're looking for answers and this person comes across. Here's another dynamic that I always notice: certainty with the way that people speak. Yeah. Maybe this is just like inbuilt fucking unconfidence in knowing things. Yeah. But for me, I've always got like caveats and a little bit of just, I'm not so sure, but I feel like this is the right way. Yeah. When people come out of somewhere and say, this is the way that things are, here's a meme or a cool word or like a brand that makes it seem like a fucking legitimate academic topic. This is a thing and this is the way that it is. It seduces people. It's one of the reasons that so many political commentators online, like Ben Shapiro is a perfect example of this. You know, whether you agree with the guy or not, he's fucking certain about all of it. Yeah. And you go, well, wow, like that sounds compelling.
He gives you the weapons for your feelings. That's what I look at Ben as, right? It's like you're conservative, you don't know why, and then he's going to give you the best arguments as to why, right? You think abortion should be banned, Ben's going to tell you why it should be banned, and he will do it amazingly, succinct, perfect, data. He just gives you the weapons for when you get into an argument at a bar.
That's very interesting.
And I think there's a lot of people who tend to do that. But for me, they're not the most interesting. The funny people are interesting to me regardless of what they feel. And I separate that. Like my loyalty is to funny. So like a guy like Dr. Umar Johnson, which might have like many beliefs that I disagree with, is also the funniest communicator on the internet. So no matter what he says, I'm watching it. It is going to be hilarious. I'm just thinking of things I can't even say out loud because they're so crazy. But when he does them, they're fucking hilarious. So that's the power of comedy. It's like you really want to communicate some shit. Whether you believe it or not, comedy is the vessel. And when these people don't have any comedy and they're being like really serious and trying to execute these points and we got to fucking save the world, it's like, shut the fuck up.
So I'm not sure that you always need comedy. For instance, Huberman is a good example. Yeah. Doesn't use comedy an awful lot, communicates points. They make a great impact. But I do think that you need to have a level of humility, like collaboration as well, as opposed to this very adversarial sort of zero-sum type scenario. Another one of the influences here as well. I went to Miami for the first time ever 3 weeks ago. Yeah. And a lot of what I was seeing online in men's advice made a lot more sense after I'd been to Miami. Miami unlocked the back of my brain in terms of going, oh.
Like what? What were you saying?
So, for instance, your wealth is your primary source of value to the world. Who you are, the person that you're with, the table that you're on, the size of the bottle, the girls that are on your arm, what it is that the girls, how they were dressed. Like girls out in party dresses, maxi party dresses at 12 midday, going for coffee in heels. I'm like, where the fuck are you going? Yeah. What is this? And that to me made a lot of sense because it seems like a good chunk of Miami culture, very transactional, very transient, very resource-based, has informed a lot of men's advice on the internet. And because of that, they're reverse engineering, Miami is how all women are.
Right, right.
No, it's fucking not. I've met 500,000 women in my life stood on the front door of nightclubs. Yeah. No, it's fucking not. Yeah, yeah. Most women, on average, are caring and kind and want a fucking guy that they can get into a relationship with that cares about them.
Yeah.
Some of them fuck up and some of them are outright mean and nasty and all the rest of it. But so are guys.
Yeah.
Like, my personal experience, which is fucking vast, does not suggest that girls are like the ruthless gold diggers that everybody says. However,
I agree.
Think about you're a guy on the internet. You're a guy on the internet who doesn't have much experience with women. So what you do is you start consuming content from people who seem like they do.
And
or maybe
also
they
consuming content that feeds your fears.
Precisely. But what are the sort of stories that are sufficiently newsworthy to break through onto the internet? They're the most egregious transgressions of this particular... It's the girl that got into a relationship with some Canadian guy and took all of his money and now he lives on the street and he can't ever see his kids and his dog hates him. And
while he was sleeping, went out, fucked a guy in a gas station, came back. Like, that's a real story.
Made him lick it.
Told.
All of that.
Yeah.
Those are the stories that break through. So if you don't have real world experience that can disprove that...
Yeah.
Quite rightly, you're vehemently going to think these bitches are out here trying to fucking get us. I need to be horribly uncertain whenever I'm around a woman.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't blame the guys for thinking it, to be honest with you. I think that like there's a lot of frustration when you're not in control of your sexual destiny. And there's two ways to handle that frustration. There's one is go inward, the other is go outward, right? I'm frustrated. It's like, well, what can I do to alleviate that frustration? Can I like get better at chat? Can I learn what these girls are interested in and like how to make them feel comfortable, right? Or do I justify that frustration by going outward, which is all women are gold diggers. They don't like me because I'm fucking short, or they don't like me because I'm skinny, or they don't like me because I'm poor, or yada, yada, yada. So yeah, I think a lot of times my issue with the Manosphere is that it's presented as if the frustration is handled inward, but make yourself a high value man, whatever like that, which you do not need to be to get laid. I think the guys that got laid the most when I was younger were not high value. They were just good at chat.
Is that not value?
It is value, but not in the gold digging sense. Like if we're looking at all women as gold diggers, and they're these guys that are broke, but they can talk them up. Now they must not be gold diggers, right? Now these girls on some level just want to be made to feel comfortable, want to be listened to, want to be entertained, want to laugh, right? But it's much easier, I think, to go, all they care about is money when you're not that good at talking. When you're not that charming, when you're not that interesting, and when you're not that interested. Like I think the best advice I ever got about women was just get them to the point where you can listen.
What's that mean?
Once someone feels comfortable talking to you, especially a woman, like that's a level of comfort and confidence that is going to separate you from every other person at that bar. Like once they're sharing their feelings or talking about their opinions, etc., it's like you're in. It's it. It's yours to lose at that point. So it's like, I think a lot of times guys go in, it's like, I have to demonstrate value. I have to show you how cool I am. Oh, look at my car. Oh, I'm going to drop my keys on the table. There's a fucking Lamborghini thing. I hope she sees that. No. Simple as that. Work sucked, man. Yeah, what do you do? Oh, yeah, you do that. Okay, yeah. Is that difficult? Oh, it is kind of difficult. Yeah, it does kind of seem kind of annoying to deal with that. Yeah, it is kind of annoying. It's kind of just talking.
Away to the races. Well, you're a guy who's completed that now, as a rehabilitated ex-party boy who's now...
Bro, being married is the best.
Why?
No, it's horrible. I'm going to be honest with you. No, it's great. It is the best. But the thing is that we don't share it's the best because that's not fun. I was talking about this with the guys on Flagrant, but it's like you don't share good parts of your fucking relationships with your boys. There's nothing fun about that. I don't call my boys up today and be like, oh man, I had a great chat at brunch with my wife and we really understood each other and felt safe and loved and vulnerable. Like my friends don't want to hear that fucking shit, right? They want to hear the annoying thing that my wife did to me that made me look like a fucking idiot. Then we all laugh at me or we laugh at my wife, whatever it is. That's just way more entertaining. So there's things we share, but just to not be involved, I think in the rat race is great. At my age, I'm 39. That's another thing. I had a great time partying. I'm glad I got it all out of my system. I don't have the FOMO that a lot of guys do. A lot of guys get hitched young, and then they have to deal with their whole life. What would it be like to have a threesome or something like that? What would it be like to go to Miami and see if you
got to take the boxes off, man.
Exactly. And I'm glad I did that. At this point, there's nothing that I'm like, I wish that I did that before I got married. So I just get to focus on developing this relationship.
One of my boys was big into pickup artistry about 10 years ago. And I remember him speaking to me and he was saying, it's like, dude, you're really fucking like committed to this pickup shit. Like you really, really are. Like, where's it coming from?
Yeah.
He says, yeah, my future wife better be thankful for this. I'm like, you're going to have to explain why your future wife should be thankful that you're running through half of this city at the age of 23.
Got it out the system.
And he said, I don't want to walk down the street with my wife and my 2 kids and my dog and look at a Brazilian chick and think, I wonder what it's like to fuck a Brazilian chick.
Yeah.
I want to have closed every different loop, every different desire, all the different quirks, even the monkeypox. I want to have got it all.
Yeah.
And that was what he wanted. And I do think that there's
Did
an
he
element.
do it? Did he live up to it?
I have no idea. He may be monkeypoxed or not. Jordan, if you're listening, tell me if you're monkeypoxed. But he definitely put the time in, man. I'm not sure how his future wife will feel about it, but there is a part of that. Got to close off all of those.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's healthy as long as you're not justifying it to yourself like that. You know, I think my one issue with the pickup artist stuff, because my dad literally sent me that book. I remember being in college when it came out, the game. Yeah. And he sent me the book. He goes, hey, this was written in the New York Times. And I don't know what that says about like how my dad thought I was with women, but he was like, you should read this.
Fucking hopeless.
You might need
the only way I'm going to get some grandchildren is if you read this fucking book, you useless sod.
Here I am 17 years later. No. But yeah, he said, and I thought it was fascinating. I thought it was like really cool that guys even tried to like scientifically break down what it was that created that kind of chemistry. My one issue with it always was like using the same lines I thought was corny. And
the fight outside between 2 midgets.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, or whatever the fucking, there was a bunch of them and I was just like, ugh, like how embarrassing would that be if you use a line that somebody else at the bar also used it on the girl? And you're like, ugh, just awful. Right. And then the other thing I didn't like dropping a girl's confidence so that she would like me. Cause it assumes.
The negging.
Yeah. No, I like teasing. I think teasing is good. I don't think it's good to do so you can drop their confidence so that you will be above them. Like my feeling is like if you hang out with me long enough, I think I'm the shit. So if you hang out with me long enough, doesn't matter where you think I am initially, I'm coming up. So I don't have to hurt your feelings in order to get
my
there. Confidence
doesn't need to stand on the shoulders of yours. Yeah.
Exactly. I want you at your most confident.
Yep.
I want you at your because if you're not, eventually you're going to be confident. 2 things. Either I have to keep you with a lack of confidence in order for you to like me, or that confidence is going to go back to where it normally should. It's going to reach homeostasis for you. And then you're going to be like, oh, I don't like this motherfucker.
What the fuck am I with this guy for?
Exactly.
Well, that's fundamentally one of the problems with people who get into relationships where their mate value isn't matched. So I've spent all this year learning about this evolutionary psychology stuff, right? So there's terms for what you're talking about. Yeah. So benefit affording.
That's what I studied in Santa Barbara.
Benefit affording, you both help and you grow. Cost inflicting, you bring the other person down. So one of the ways that you can ensure that your mate won't leave you is to make them feel worse about themselves.
Yeah.
If you've got a disparity in the mate value, one person seems to be pulling away than the other, maybe they're getting more confident or better looking, or they've got more attention or social status or whatever it is, one starts to pull away, you can either raise yourself up to match to that, benefit affording, or you can drag them back down so that they're closer to you. And a lot of the pickup artist stuff was like that. And another problem was that people, or the girls that you were using this on, weren't falling for you.
Yeah.
They were falling for the persona.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of guys that did pickup, look at them now, Neil Strauss, Tucker Max, both good examples. Both of them are like these fucking like awakened, psychedelic warriors tweeting about like enacting your fucking truest self forward and shit.
Yeah. Neil pulled the Confessions of a Hitman. I think he put out a book about the importance of relationships.
Yeah. I think so.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of crazy.
But it's because I think that you realize after a while of the sort of super transactional stuff.
Yeah, it's empty.
Yeah, you come back on the other side, and now Tucker's got this ranch in Austin and like 4 kids and 30 sheep and all this other shit. Yeah. Like, that's his thing.
Yeah. And maybe it took them that to get there. Like sometimes you need to go through that part of your life to realize you don't need it.
It's vapid and empty.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to close those loops.
And it's fun. It is fun. Dating is fun. Meeting
the
a new
heartbreak's
person
not
is
fun.
The heartbreak isn't fun, of course. But like meeting a new person, like going through those butterflies, like is it going to go down? Is it not? Like these things are exciting. For sure. But I don't think they're close, not even close to as fruitful as like developing an actual relationship with somebody. And that is, when I say that, like, I mean like a real relationship. Like you are building something together.
Not just someone to watch Netflix with.
Exactly. Like if you have a prenup, you don't have a relationship.
You have a prenup?
No. You have a girlfriend.
If you have a prenup,
you have a girlfriend. You're not building something. You have an escape hatch. You know what I'm saying? You have a girlfriend that you created a loop that you could get out of to call her your wife for her, but it's your girlfriend because you could break up whenever you want and everything's okay. A real relationship, the way that like marriage was designed is we are in this shit and we got to fight through this and we got to work on this and develop this fucking love. And I think you do that without the, what is it called? The parachute. Now, I've been married a year. I could come back in 5 years like I was a fucking idiot, Chris. What the hell was I talking about? You know, why would I do that? You know what I mean? I'm broke. Who knows? But for me, I like that more. I think it's cooler. Yeah, I think that that's more exciting.
Talking about heartbreak, not often that Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson agree, but both of them I've seen have got the same take where they think that heartbreak is worse for guys than it is for girls. And Tate had this really fucking interesting video where he explained that because of the inbuilt possessiveness that men have, the thought of their ex-partner now being with a new partner is so painful that to them, it's going to be more painful than it would be for a woman who might be emotionally distressed by it. And the other part of it was that women, a heartbroken woman is someone that deserves sympathy and respect. A heartbroken guy is like, fucking, come on, man up. Now, I'm not sure how much I agree with both of those, but it's a fucking interesting take.
Yeah.
It's a very interesting take to think about the possessiveness that guys have over even their exes, even exes that they don't want anymore. I don't know whether you've ever had this, where you've had an ex-girlfriend that you've let go by the by, and then there's still something about them. Like you see they've moved on, and you've moved on. You already moved on. And yet there's still a little like twinge. You're like,
I had an ex that I broke up with. And then we were still like friends, and then she had told me she slept with someone else, and I was like disgusted. I was like, what? And I knew I was wrong to be disgusted. I was like, why the fuck? Like, shouldn't there be more time? All these kind of things, 100%. But for me, heartbreak was never about them being with someone else. Yeah, the heartbreak was always just like the sadness of not having that person that you are loving and is loving you. I never would jump to, oh, she's going to be with someone else now. So that's, to me, that's new information. I'm not even thinking about the next person because I'm thinking about this moment right now where, yeah, I don't know. I think that that's weird. That's like, that means the only reason you loved your wife is because she's not fucking other guys. That's a weird reason to love that person. I'm
not sure that'll be the reason that you love them, but it might be the reason why heartbreak hurts so much on the other side of it. I don't think it's a reason that you stay together, but...
I mean, it would hurt if she's sleeping with someone else, 100%, but I wouldn't go there until they did, and I wouldn't be heartbroken off of the hypothetical. I would be sad because now this person I really love is no longer in my life. That's me personally. I don't know. How do you think about it? Have you been heartbroken before?
Yeah.
And what was it? Was the heartbreak about that person being with other guys?
No,
right?
No, it wasn't. But there was some juvenile possessiveness that came through, like after the fact, like ex-girlfriends and even girls that I was just seeing for a while. And you're like, why the fuck is this sort of this fear and resentment and bitterness around them moving on when I didn't want to be with them no more?
Yeah, but you don't want them to stop wanting you.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. But that's insecure. Super juvenile. That's very, very immature.
I don't even know if it's... Yeah, I think it's just insecure. I don't even know if it's juvenile. I just think it's insecurity, and that's our insecurity. It's like we still want to be loved, and if you fucking this other guy, what you stop loving me?
Yep.
That's crazy. Like I still want that love, so I could move on with ease. The greatest gift you can give a woman in a breakup is hating you,
because it's easier
for her.
Yes,
but we all try to do this soft landing shit. We're like, oh, let's be friends, whatever, because we're selfish, right? It's like I don't want to be the one inducing this pain in you, so we'll do this very easy, calm break that's way more painful for them because they're not really broken up.
They haven't got a reason to hate you.
And we're still getting all the love that we want because we don't want that love to stop immediately. So, yeah, but the greatest gift you can give, hatred.
I heard that people who are scared of breaking up with a partner because they're worried about how it's going to make them feel, mostly guys to girls, that's not a sign of empathy. It's a sign of narcissism.
100%.
You think that you are so important that this girl who lived her entire life up until the moment that she met you
she won't be able to get over
can no longer exist after you decide to drop the bomb.
I thought one ex was going to kill herself. How arrogant is that? I'm like, how could she live without me? You know what I mean? Like, I called her mom. I was like, you better check on her. Like, I'm not in her life. You know what I'm saying? That's ludicrous, isn't that?
Meanwhile, she's fine.
Exactly, but...
Sad, but fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tate.
Yeah.
Tate versus Jake Paul.
Yeah.
What do you think happens?
I don't know. Are they actually going to fight?
They had a face-off. I think if they don't, it is even for somebody that has as many resources as both of those guys do, they're dropping the bag big time if they don't do it. Surely. I mean, there's got to be... Name me a bigger fight that could happen that would draw more normal public attention than Jake Paul fighting Andrew Tate.
Bigger fight. Jake Paul versus Canelo Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
That would be bigger. Mm-hmm. I think in order for the fight to be big, Jake needs to be the heel.
That's the fucking interesting question.
Yeah.
That's the interesting question.
Yeah.
What sort of fucking world have we got ourselves into where Jake Paul's the hero?
He's the face.
In a fucking face down.
Yeah.
Like, only if you find, like, a guy from the depths of, like, the fucking ninth circle and drag him out, and here's Andrew Tate as the fucking bad guy.
Yeah. It's crazy.
You're like, are we supporting fucking Jake Paul?
And I don't know if he will. I mean, I just know for me, like, I think actually this could be an absolutely amazing fight. And Jake might have gotten too good for this to be as successful. But Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz, to me, was always the ultimate one. And I think Jake has actually gotten too much respect for that to be as interesting. Like, I think most people go into that fight going, oh, I think Jake will beat up Nate Diaz.
Really?
Before, there was like, there's no chance. But we also said that about Anderson Silva. We said that about Tyron Wood. We said that about all these people. We're going to have to accept that Jake is a really fucking good boxer. So, but I think the best fight is Jake against a qualified MMA guy that people love, and Jake is the heel, and he's doing what he does best, which is troll, antagonize. I mean, he is masterful.
Did we not see McGregor versus Mayweather as an absolute super fight? That's two heels.
Yeah, and it was really interesting that, like, Mayweather almost became a face, and he didn't know what to do. Yeah,
but
McGregor
would you not love
that fight?
Would you not love to see what happens when, like, an immovable object meets an unstoppable force at the press conference? Yeah. I'm very pro Tate Paul. Like,
listen,
massively.
if they can make money off of it, I want them to make money. I just don't know why Tate would do it. But again, I don't have an idea of his finances. Like, if you told me Tate is worth $200 million, I would say no. There's no reason to do this at all. Like, to risk permanent damage. He's already said he has, like, some cornea issues or eye issues. Like, this isn't going to be fucking good for you.
I think he's maybe 34, 35, something like that.
Yeah, it's not. If you have $100 million, you couldn't get me to do shit with $100 million. $100 million, bro?
Just in bed.
I'm not fighting. For $100 million, nah. Like, I don't know why you would do that. Because now what are you doing it for? You're doing it to prove something to the public. I guess you went back and forth with him. But Jake is a legit fucking boxer, man. Like, this guy's dedicated his life to it. And he was younger when he got into it. He's not one of these, like, 40-year-old guys that does the celebrity boxing. The kid was in his early 20s and then dedicated every fucking second to every day to it. You know? So, yeah, I don't know if I'm Tate if I would do that. I wouldn't do that if I'm Tate.
Because you got the money, why risk it? And then I suppose one of the risks for this is every single time that Jake Paul steps into the ring with somebody, he can only win. If he gets beaten, he goes, look, it was fucking Anderson Silva, Tyron Woodley, it was whoever. They are this illustrious, it's Canelo Alvarez. It's fucking Andrew Tate, right? 4-time kickboxing world champion. Every single person that steps in must have, like, arse-splitting nerves about, if this guy fucking knocks me out,
I'm an embarrassment.
Correct.
How can you be the top G? It's not very top G to lose to Jake Paul.
Maybe it doesn't happen. You've made me think that it doesn't happen anymore.
I would never do it if I'm Andrew Tate, because the reality is Jake Paul is probably going to beat you. And that's not saying that you're not an incredible fighter. Clearly, he's a fucking kickboxing world champion. Like, one of the best kickboxers of his time, there's no doubt, right? We know that for a fact. You probably haven't kickboxed in years. If you've done any training at all, you know that the instincts, not just the muscles atrophy, the instincts do, the timing does. Like, you take a year off, the timing's not there. This guy, Jake, has been in the fucking ring. Now, granted, he's big. I mean, how tall is Andrew?
6'2", probably.
Oh, I thought he was taller. Okay. So
6'2",
they're about the
probably.
same. They're about the same height. Yeah, I wouldn't do it if I'm Andrew, especially if you got $100 million in the bank. There's no way. There's no way. What?
Yeah. Legacy counts for a lot, man. But
to
then,
impress some 14-year-olds on the internet?
Yeah, I was adamant it was going to happen. All right, so who does Jake fight next, do you think?
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz. That's the one that you would make? If you were the fucking kingmaker?
Nate Diaz. Because you want to rile up the MMA crowd. You want everybody in MMA. MMA is bigger than boxing, right? Now, so it's like you want everybody in MMA to be rooting for the MMA guy. Because you have to tap into, like, a stream that's bigger than you. If you really want to make things big, it can't be just your following, my following. We have to discuss an issue that all these other people also feel. And ideally, they don't even know who the fuck we are, but they tap into our conversation.
So you want tribalism. You want in-group, out-group. You want them and us.
Bare minimum, tribal curiosity.
Yep.
So like when we put out, I imagine you're going to put out clips from this podcast. Every one of those clips is going to tap into an issue. Not you, not me. Maybe a couple clips of Schulz about this, but it will be about a topic that's bigger than the both of us. And ideally, people who don't even know the fuck we are find us. They find you. They go, I like the way this guy talks in interviews. Maybe I'll listen to his other stuff.
Yep.
But we're tapping into something bigger, right? Like, so what's the umbrella? That's what I'm looking at when I look at a fight with them. I'm like, okay, what's the umbrella? The MMA crowd is desperately trying to prove that they're as qualified strikers as boxers. The boxers are desperately trying to prove that boxing is a much better martial art, is a much better form of defense. And you have those two groups using Jake and whoever he's fighting as proxies.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? It's like the war in Ukraine, right? It's like Afghanistan. You don't really want the fight. The fight ain't about the Taliban versus whatever. It's about United States versus Russia. That's what I want the boxing match to be. So that, and I want, whoever's boxing to make the most fucking money possible. It's a horrible way to make a living. So I hope Jake makes fucking tens of millions of dollars and then retires soon.
Well, he was talking about he's already getting some, was it speech slurring or maybe something was up with his thoughts?
That's what he was saying.
Bro, can you imagine? I mean, what time, man. How old is he now? Like 26?
Maybe not even, dude.
Right, okay. So let's say that Jake Paul's 26, and he's been doing this full-time 5 years, 4 years, something like that.
That's quick.
And in the space of that long is seeing neurodegeneration, his speech is changing, something up with his eye, fucking wild.
Yep.
Man.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. The kid is committed.
Yeah.
He's
because
committed.
You're putting not only your health, but literally your lifespan on the line as well. Like Jake has 100% lost maybe months, maybe years from the amount of time he's going to be alive because he wants to pursue this purpose sport at the moment.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
That's who you're dealing with.
Yes.
So think about
someone
that.
That's prepared to kill themselves sooner. Yeah.
You're dealing with that level of commitment. Are you that committed? You got $100 million in the bank. You got private jets. You the top G. You got all these girls. You got Bugattis. You got everything. You're dealing with the kid who's willing to give it all away. You have it all. He's trying to get to top G if he has it all. I don't know how much money he is. I'm assuming he has that much money. I'm never taking that. You got to be crazy. I mean, I give him a lot of respect for doing it because if he honors martial arts that much or something, whatever fucking bullshit, but no fucking way. No.
Fair point.
That kid's hungry.
All right, guys, we'll get back to that in 1 second. But first, I need to tell you about Athletic Greens. You are not eating enough fruit and vegetables in your diet, and you know it. And this is going to help. Dr. Andrew Huberman and Tim Ferriss have been harping on about it for years, and I always wondered why. It is the best greens drink that I've found, and I've tried pretty much every one. It tastes great, and it gives you nutritional insurance through 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients in one scoop that you take every single day. If you're starting the new year looking to give yourself some good nutritional improvements, this is a great place to begin. And there is a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy it and try it for 59 days. And if you do not like it, they will give you your money back. Also, you get a year's free supply of vitamin D, 5 free travel packs, free pots, shakers, and that 60-day money-back guarantee. Head to athleticgreens.com/wisdom. That's athleticgreens.com/wisdom. Do you know why people don't fuck their sisters?
Yeah.
Why?
It's too much fun. Just it's like it fits,
ugly sisters.
It fits perfect, it's like it's Lego. You know what I mean?
So I learned about this. I got to tell you.
I don't know.
I got to tell you about this shit. So I learned this shit. I got to tell you about it, right?
Yeah.
So there's something called the Westermark effect. Right?
Okay.
What it seems like happens, let's say that me and you are brother and sister.
Yeah.
I can't tell that you're my genetic relative, right? There's no like fucking little code on your face.
No smell or anything?
You would be able to notice an affinity, but you wouldn't necessarily, you're not sexually disgusted because of that. The reason is because of this thing called the Westermark effect.
Okay.
So what happens is infants that are raised together for a good amount of time throughout their infancy, usually between the age of like 1 to 2 until like puberty age.
Yeah.
What they do is they look at their parents and the family around them and they see, who is mum giving attention to? Who am I being raised with? Who's she breastfeeding? If you're the older sibling, you look at, did that baby like come out of mum, and around the time of labor, was she holding this baby that then became my brother or sister? And that's called the Westermarck window, right? So you have this period of time, and what you get is this sexual disgust imprinting. So that's why you don't have sex. Not because of some inbuilt fucking innate, I know that you're my brother or sister, it's because of this window. Now, the interesting thing happens when brother and sister are split apart at birth.
They'll fuck?
Not necessarily. But, well, I mean, in the same like amount of hit rate that two random people on the street would do. But they don't have sexual disgust because they haven't lived together for that time.
Yeah.
Same thing goes for the father that leaves the daughter's life and then comes back in later in life, and you think maybe already daddy issues. But also, there's something about this person. It seems like humans have a predisposition. They have an affinity toward people that resemble them a little bit. You'll see them if you look at couples walking down the street and you go, like, you kind of look alike a little bit. And there is an affinity for that. So what you end up with is this very dangerous situation where a brother and sister that have been taken apart can then come back together and they don't have that sexual disgust. In Indonesia, there was a period where families would adopt the daughter of another family when she was a newborn and betroth her to their son, raise them together. But what they didn't realize was that they were putting them through this Westermarck window. And it meant that even though they weren't genetically related, they had sexual disgust.
They were disgusted.
Yeah. How interesting is that?
Fuck. So what would happen? Would they have sex with one another?
With difficulty. I mean, like brothers and sisters have done it before, but it's fucking hard. Like, it's very, very ingrained to do that.
We should give them some credit. Like,
for getting past it.
Yeah, like
a lot of Viagra and a fucking good porno.
No, but we tease all these like Southerners. They're like, oh, it's all incest, blah, blah, blah. These like brother fuckers, whatever like that. But like, I guess what you're trying to say is like, we should honor them for their ability to break through the Westmark barrier, right? Is that what your point is?
That's not my point.
Did you bring this up to
justify incest?
Not I want justify it, like
more incest.
Give them a medal. like you couldn't fuck your sister, you pussy. You know what I mean?
Let me fuck
But that guy did.
Well, I know that you don't have a sister.
Yeah.
And I'm an only child. So they
did you know of. You could have smashed out your sister in Leeds or something like that.
You think?
You could have been up in Leeds.
Oh, fuck. Separated at birth. She had curly hair and a big jawline, a fucking stupid accent.
Dude, imagine. Adopted people got to worry about it all the time.
Do you not remember that sperm donor guy? There was that documentary on Netflix, that dude that it turned out he was the fertility doctor and he was using his own sperm.
This was in Brazil or something?
No, it was in the US.
Oh, really?
It's on Netflix now. It's fucking brilliant. In the US.
Yeah.
And this guy...
Oh, yeah, that's right. The whole town was him.
Yeah, like fucking everybody. And they were all thinking that apparently one of the women said exactly that.
Which
was?
Like,
waiting for the list of names to come through and praying that it wasn't an ex-boyfriend.
Oy.
But remember about that,
Can we also point this out? Like, a lot of them wouldn't have gotten, like, doctor genetics. Now, I'm not saying they should be grateful, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, they're probably objectively smarter because of this evil
fertility
scientist.
Doctor.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
is that not MD?
I don't know. Maybe they got psychopath genetics.
It's bad what he did.
Yeah.
But all those kids are smarter. Imagine their dumb dads, do you know what I mean? Fixing plumbing all day and shit like that, coming home to this smart ass fucking kid. Right? Jim Shark, don't cancel me.
Yeah.
But like, think about it. Like, they're smarter because of it. They were able to figure it out because of that fucking doctor gene. One of those kids got to the bottom of it.
Because
of the father's fault.
Because of the gift that the father gave them.
Done.
Coming back. So they did a study where they got guys to imagine tongue kissing their sister, right?
Ugh.
You pulled the face. So what they were doing was they were videoing the facial expressions of these guys.
I was doing this because my sister would also have a big nose, so I was like just getting out of the way of it.
It hits the mic sometimes, I've noticed, yeah. They were tracking the facial expressions and they can categorize them. They can say, this is disgust, this is happiness, this is blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
blah, blah. And they found that right on cue, some of the guys were like, oh, and some of the dudes were so far back that the camera went out of focus. However, the guys that didn't have sisters showed a disproportionate amount of like smiles curling at the edge of the mouth because it's like there's no like incest aversion, there's no sexual disgust for that.
Why do you think we're so into like the stepsisters and that kind of shit?
Fucking fascinating question. I don't know why. Like incest porn and stepmom porn,
that's popping right now, isn't it?
The incest porn shit?
Yeah, and the stepmom porn.
Well, I think the MILF thing...
Do you think that's pandemic related? Like we're all in the house together and it's like the only person you're seeing is your stepmom?
Maybe. There's definitely something to do with the MILF thing, which is like an older, more powerful woman that can say what she wants. I think that's
attractive.
I think that's one of the reasons that guys go toward the MILF thing. I mean, why are people fucking...
But that's what guys are turned on by that?
Some guys are. Some guys are turned on by like fucking cuck porn and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, what do you think about that? That cuck thing is so odd.
I really can't...
we were talking about that.
Outside. Yeah. I really can't come up with a good example or a good explanation for it. I've got a guy coming on next year who's one of the premier researchers into cooking. So I'm going to ask him and I'll find out like what it is that...
He's the premier.
One of them. There's not many.
Imagine being like the worst. Like... Yeah, I'm one of the worst researchers in cuck porn. Like, listen, I watch my wife get fucked a lot. Like, I've been
no idea why it's happening.
Yeah, I just can't figure out why I love it so much. Like,
fuck. That's
the premier researcher. Has he tried it? Is it like some Keynesian shit where like he's doing
it for himself? I have no idea. I don't know, man. But
I mean, what we were saying out there is that you're trying to control an uncontrollable situation, right? Like, you're getting cheated on a lot, so you're like, okay, I'm just going to allow this. As if you're in charge, but being in the room and watching it as a way to like almost desensitize yourself. Yeah, I don't know,
dude. I have a friend who was trying non-monogamy for the first time, and his wife was upstairs banging her boyfriend while he was downstairs dry retching on all fours on the bathroom counter, and his
dry retching. What is that? Oh, throwing up. Oh, wow.
Like had nothing to bring up, but just felt
but she was also up there like. Like, isn't that interesting that like she was on all fours, also dry retching,
fucking in unison together. It's like we're still together. And he said he justified
this is fun, mate.
Pip pip. And he was like, oh, it was at the time. He's now realized different. At the time, he was like, dude, I think I was just working through my trauma. You know, like I was just letting go of the ego. I was allowing it to evaporate.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe that's just something that you shouldn't be doing. Maybe you just...
Yeah. Maybe that's such an excuse for everything that we do that's fucked up is I was working through my trauma. You know, like, no. You just... Something's off right there, my dude. Also, we have too many names for things. We got to stop naming weird shit because it normalizes it.
What, like cooking?
Non-monogamy. It's like, no, cuck, it just describe it and then you're going to feel embarrassed and then you won't do it. Don't write a name.
Uncircumcised.
Oh, yeah. I've told you about that one. Yeah. You saw that on PPD.
Damn fucking right I did. What the fuck is going on? It blew my mind. Explain uncircumcised.
Yeah, it's just a stupid word. There's just no point for the word. Yeah, it's circumcised and dick. That's what I was saying. Yeah, we don't call things ungay. You know what I mean? But this is the joke that I was trying to make. It was obviously with all the Kanye stuff and the Jews being controlled the media. So in my mind, I'm like, all right, what's the funniest way where I can make the argument that Jews do control the media? And then I thought about the dicks, and I was like, yeah, I'm circumcised. Well, I have a Jewish dick. I'm not Jewish, but my dick is Jewish, and that seems pretty good control.
I was in the car with a friend a couple of weeks ago, and his girlfriend was sat next to him. We were talking about this exact thing.
Yeah.
And she went, honey, close your ears for a second.
Yeah.
I have seen a lot of dick in my life.
Yeah.
I have never seen one that's got a foreskin. And I was like, wow, if you were in the UK, you would have struggled to see one that didn't have a foreskin.
Yeah.
In fact, if you're Brian, you have too much. Yeah. Like, you've got way more than you need. Fucking 90% foreskin.
Yeah. He could use it as a burqa. Like
what he's back up and over the head.
He's gonna when he becomes Muslim, he's gonna get circumcised.
Step into it like a sleeping bag.
That's for his new bride, bro. That's for his new bride. Oh, Brian. But yeah. It's a fascinating term. That's just getting. Yeah, it's such a weird thing.
Why is it that so many Americans that aren't Jewish are circumcised?
Why? What is Kanye's answer? No. No. I think it became like a health thing at one point. Like people thought it was healthier. I've looked it up a little bit, but it is an odd tradition, right? Mm-hmm. And what's so interesting about it is the way that women perceive it. Like women in America are, I don't want to say repulsed, but they're not into the whole thing.
Intact. Yeah.
And it is a fascinating thing that like you could create perception and create a aversion to something that is natural.
Yeah.
Like the way it's supposed to look, even now.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, mine looks better.
Yeah. Well, that was Bill Maher's take. Bill Maher
what did he say?
He just said that it's so ugly. And I'm like, well, that's kind of the same as saying like someone that hasn't chopped an arm off is more ugly. But it's so fucking. You're so right about it being like a cultural conditioning thing.
Yeah.
This is what you're used to or what you think, and there's some sort of like predisposition around
augmenting things does make them better.
You're taking away. So here's the.
But we do that all the time, right? We take away fat, you look better. You know, we add jawline. We do these other things.
I'll get into the fucking meat and potatoes of it. You have a gossamer thin amount of fucking tissue on the fucking corona of the penis, right?
Yeah.
That's protected by the foreskin, or the bell end, as we call it in the UK. Bell end. Fucking brilliant insult. Calling someone a bell end is so satisfying.
Yeah, I dig it.
You get like keratinized bell ends over time. Like the head of the penis becomes like fucking. So you've got. I can only imagine that Jewish women have got to like fucking.
Oh, you're saying it loses sensitivity.
100% loses sensitivity. There is a huge movement online that says male circumcision is genital mutilation for boys because it downregulates the amount of pleasure that they can get. And
but isn't that good? Because maybe our women come more because of it.
Because you can last longer?
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd love to see someone do a study on this, please.
We got to do a study. That's actually really good.
How many pumps can the
How many pumps? Because you guys are so sensitive, you're busting all early. And we're out here just,
smashing hips.
Just smashing hips, dude. We really might be. That's a great fucking point. Shout out the Jews. The Jews knew that it's the most feminist thing that they've done. The Jews knew that women need an orgasm. We need to desensitize these dicks. They just had them out there in the desert, just dragging along the fucking sand and shit. And eventually it got to the point where they're just making their women come non-fucking stop. This is brilliant. This is true.
It's like someone's chopped the end off a baseball bat and it's fucking just dangling down there.
That's it.
It's rock hard piece of,
But think about it. If it's helping the women out and what is the most embarrassing thing as a guy? It's coming too quick.
Nothing too soon.
Yeah.
I
think they should have chopped more of mine off because I stay coming early. I think I only got like a half.
Can I take a bit more off the top, please?
Take it off, my boy. That is so true.
Short back and sides, please.
Yeah. So is it super sensitive for you?
Well, I don't know. I haven't got nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, it's a dick.
Yeah.
So I think like,
But like when it comes out, is it like cold? Like,
not usually temperature checked. I'll check next time.
But like when you cock it back, do you feel wind?
Oh yeah, if it was breezy, absolutely.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't feel.
What's yours? Like the fucking bottom of your foot?
Exactly.
Like
it's an elbow.
That cracked like fucking skin on the back 100%. Of your heel?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. It's Bert Kreischer's heel. That's what my.
Do you ever have to put one of those Compeed things on that girls that wear heels too much and get like fucking blisters? Like if it ever gets like fucking rubbing on the zip. But you can't go. Oh, actually,
we have underwear in America. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna say if you go without the underwear and you catch it on the back of a fucking zip or something, you probably wouldn't even notice. You wouldn't even notice.
No. It's still kind of sensitive, but it's not as sensitive as you guys for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go back. We can compete later on.
Yeah. We'll see which is more. Yeah, we'll just flick it. That'd be good. Just see who reacts more. I'm wondering, is mine even that sensitive? That's an interesting one. That's also another thing. Like if you don't get hard, don't feel bad about it. Blame the Jews.
Oh, because you desensitized me.
Exactly.
It's part of a Jewish conspiracy to give me erectile dysfunction. Kanye, talk to us. You've missed one.
Yeah, we call it whiskey dick. It's not whiskey dick. It's yarmulke dick.
Jew dick.
Yeah. That is good. That is good. See how comedy works, guys? This is fun. Now, if I wasn't a comedian, it's just two guys committing a hate crime on a podcast. So thank God.
I've got the light. I've got the light above us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Here's another one. So one of my friends, his wife's sister is 6'2" without heels. Very tall.
Wife's sister is
very
True Geordie's sister is 6'2" without heels. Okay, go on.
She was walking through a supermarket and she was lamenting the fact that she can't find a partner that is taller than her. Like women on average want to date someone at least that's not shorter.
Yeah.
Right. And she's struggling and they're walking around the supermarket and they see this guy who's like 7'7" of the far side, apparently really good looking dude. And she sees him on the edge of the aisle. She's like, oh wow, sort of nudges the sister and says like I might go and speak to him. And then they see him push the trolley along as they follow him around the aisle like stalkers. And they see him go up to a 5'3" girl who pops something in the cart and like gives him a kiss on the cheek and keeps on going. And she's like, this short fucking bitch. She could have had 5'5", she could have had 5'6", she could have had 5, she could have had 5'4", and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
Me, meanwhile, fucking 6'2", can't find any partners out there, and she's taking him up.
Yeah.
Is it the case that girls that earn 30 grand a year shouldn't be going for millionaires? for precisely the same reason. This tall girl problem. They're capturing, if you're a fucking PhD that earns $500,000 a year as a woman, like you
don't
need
want to date a broker dude.
Precisely. So should it be the case that it's like you should have a height limit so that it makes it fairer for the dating world? What do you think?
That is kind of interesting. Women are allowed to have standards. Yeah. We're not really allowed to have that.
How so?
It seems like there's more scrutiny when we want standards. But women are allowed to have standards. Like they can date someone who... They can say, I don't want to date someone who makes less money than me, and I do want to date someone who is taller than me, and I want to date... They can all these specific things, and that's okay. And when we do that, we're objectifying them in some way. I think that that's unfair. That's probably unfair. But if they're tapping into their biological impulses, I guess that's okay. I guess the question is, when can we stop tapping into our biological impulses?
Well, the equivalent for men is that men date younger.
That is true.
So this is one thing that the Manosphere...
But that has to do with like...
fertility, youth, etc.
Specifically, right?
Yeah,
like
well, youth
optimizing fertility.
Yeah, but what is resources and status for? That's protection of your baby. That's why women tend to date up and across.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dominance and height in the men. So like this is one of the things that never really gets discussed in the world of online men's advice for dating.
Yeah.
They'll always point at women and say, your hypergamy is fucking disgusting. Why is it that you want the millionaire? You don't realize that you're a 5 out of 10 and actually you're trying to get like these guys that is 0.1% of the entire population.
Yeah.
And you go, okay, has any guy ever been told that they should date older? Yeah. Because you're saying, women, your inbuilt predisposition is wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe that's up for debate. But if you're going to make that case, you have to say to men, your preference for younger women is also wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think that makes... And it's not like we have a preference for younger women always. You just have a preference for younger women as you get older because that's where the fertility... what would you say? Like range is.
Window, yeah.
The window of fertility.
Unless you're Leonardo DiCaprio.
Exactly. Well, he's not even trying to get him pregnant.
Just bouncing off the fucking limit of 25.
Yeah.
Fucking 25th birthday, and there's like a fucking scheduled email. There's a scheduled email on her birthday as soon as you get to the relationship.
She knows what time it is. Like, I mean, she's excited.
If your girlfriend
25.
number 8... Yeah, and it's your 25th birthday, and you know that it's happened 7 times before. You're like, I saw this coming.
Yeah, I don't know. I think if a woman wants to have kids and she doesn't prioritize a man's wealth in some way when she's picking them, she doesn't care enough about her kids.
Because resources will give the kids a better life?
Not only better life, like security while she is unable to work. Like bare minimum. Like if you have a job that's going to give you fucking 9 months of whatever it's called, maternity leave, etc. Okay, then you can have a little bit more security. But I don't think there's anything wrong with a woman going, okay, I need some protection. What if I want to raise these kids? What if I want to give these kids the best possible? I don't think there's anything wrong. I wouldn't call that gold digging. It's gold digging if you want a rich guy and don't want kids. Then you're a gold digging bitch. If you want 20 kids, get a rich motherfucker that can afford them. That's beautiful. The only thing that makes you a gold digger is not wanting kids. Because once you have kids, ideally, your focus should be on them. It's not even the things that you're going to get. Your focus should leave you. I don't have kids yet, but I want kids. Mm-hmm. Like my wife and I are trying to have kids. And I'm excited for this part of my life where it's not only about me or my wife anymore. It's about something else. I'm excited to live for something else. That's great. But yeah, I don't think you're a gold digging woman if you have kids at all.
The problem that you have is most women want to date someone that earns the same or more than them.
I don't think any woman wants to date the same.
They want to date more, right? At the very least, it would be
difficult. They'll accept the same.
Yes, but they would want more.
Yeah.
The issue is that women are out earning men 2-to-1. Women completing 4-year US college degrees. Yep. Women between 21 and 29 earn £1,111 more than men do. So you have an ever increasing group of women that are high performing.
But that's date, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Not just fuck. Fuck is totally different.
But you're going to have to get past fuck in order to get to date for the most part.
That's if a dude wants to. Here's the thing where I think this like all these things are true, but I think the argument starts to fall apart a bit of it because the dudes that are incredibly frustrated by women aren't trying to date and have a girlfriend. They're trying to get some pussy.
Correct.
So, and girls will give you some pussy even if you don't have a good job and all this other stuff. Please believe. I got plenty of pussy before I did anything. Right? Now, I know there's dudes right now that are, and I was joking around this on the podcast, but like, if you ever want to be complimented by a dude, just tell him you got pussy before you were famous, and they're going to tell you everything about you, why you got pussy. Oh, you're handsome, your jaw, you're in good shape, all this other shit. Not your personality at all. They become the biggest objectifier of you because they're trying to tell themselves why they don't get pussy, right? So, but 100%, you can't, girls are willing to sleep with dudes that make them feel comfortable, safe, and also laugh and enjoy and have a good time. Obviously, lifestyle helps. There's tons of dudes getting pussy because they got yachts and all this other shit. But you do not need that. I promise you do not need that at all to get laid. That is the biggest lie ever. At all. At all. It's easier, but you do not need it. I was living with my parents for years, bringing girls into their apartment. My mom drinking a fucking 40 of Coors Light. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know why she would drink that. Scottish women. Shouts to Scottish women. And then just saying hello and like being an adult, late 20s, living with my parents.
Crushing.
They don't care.
So do you think there's always talk on the internet about...
Be fun. That's what they care about. There are so few guys that are fun. That is the rarest thing in the world. A guy who's genuinely fun.
Well, think about one of the things that the current dating advice would make people do, make them take their lives very seriously. It would make them take dating incredibly seriously, the interactions.
The fun out of it. Every interaction you're thinking is, this person trying to take advantage of me. Do I need to set the tone here? Do I need to... No. Just have some fucking fun. Laugh. Be silly. They will also be silly. You'll have a great fucking time. She might have these requirements and eventually go, you know what? This person isn't taking his life, I don't want to say seriously, but this person isn't at a place in their life where I can move forward with this. But please believe, you go to a city like New York City where there's so many women that are just moving here. They actually are looking to hook up with guys. They're like, I want to hook up with my first guy in New York. Oh, I've never hooked up with a Puerto Rican guy. This is going to be really fun. They're going to be objectifying you. I've never hooked up with a bartender from a thing. Boom. Done. It is like the biggest myth ever is that these girls do not want to fuck guys. They do. And they don't give a fuck what your value is. What is your value that night? Are you the funny guy at the bar that night? You're the highest value man. Simple as that. I think you have to almost lie to yourself a little bit more. You should lie to yourself. Be like, every girl in here is starved for dick. And unfortunately, I only have one. But that's the mentality that you should enter the room with. I really do believe that. And I think that would help you. Not the mentality that every woman in here is trying to take my gold.
Yeah.
Oof, what a horrible way to live.
What do you think about the body positivity movement?
What about it?
So I saw a Bill Burr bit from his show at Red Rocks, and he had this really fucking fascinating insight. So I've learned about this thing called intrasexual competition, right?
What?
Intrasexual competition. Okay. So women competing with women for men, and men competing with men for women.
Yeah.
The current world, both popular media and also the men's online dating space, is saying that men and women are each other's adversaries, right? Mm-hmm. That their loss is your gain and vice versa. But it seems like most competition happens intrasexually, not intersexually. And fucking Burr nailed it in this piece. What he was saying was, how have we got ourselves to the stage where normal, average, can't remember your fucking name looking women have convinced all of their bigger friends that they don't need to lose weight? The reason for that is that it makes you the hot one in your group of friends. You reduced your own intrasexual competition by encouraging body positivity. It's like, fucking keep on eating, you fat bitch, lose a toe. Like, so that, it made me see body positivity through an entirely new fucking lens.
There's no woman that's proud to be fat. That is a myth. This is not true. Even the skinniest women don't think they're skinny enough. Like, if you actually believe that these fat girls on the internet that are saying how proud they are of their body are actually proud, you just don't know any women at all. Women are constantly scrutinized and for their weight. It doesn't matter how skinny. Like, even the most fit girl, like the most fit athletic girl, is upset she's not skinny like a model. And that skinny girl that's a model is upset she's not fit like the athletic girl. They're constantly worried about their bodies. Like, this idea that there's these like fat confident chicks. No. Maybe if you've been fat your whole life, you've like learned how to accept it and you have another confidence that like these skinny girls don't have because they're trying to live up to these unrealistic expectations. But I truly do not believe every fat girl you see walking down the street is like proud to be fat while they're faux fumming all over a mall, right? Like they're embarrassed about that and they want to do something to fix it, right? You don't want to, come on, bro. Listen, do you want to do that? You walk into the Apple store, the iPads are fucking shaking and shit like that. That's a problem, right? That is a problem. You're trying to get a brand new iPad. The guy is telling you about it. It's popping out the charger. You're like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh my God, is there a beanstalk in this? Right? I think there's a beanstalk in this Apple store. Do you take the beanstalk to the Genius Bar? Like, how do I do, I don't think there's any girl that's actually confident about that. And I think they're trying to mask that confidence. We were talking about earlier. You told me about that interesting point. Yep. We should talk about now. That thing I forgot about. What is that?
Well, I think that there's a couple of things going on here. Like, you can and should be happy with where you're at, but also want more. I think the problem comes when you try and tell other people that this is the way that they should be. Yeah. Right? So that's the inner citadel. The inner citadel is, I damaged my leg, I try to fix it. If I can't, then I chop it off and I announce that the desire for legs is misguided and must be subdued by everybody. So how many people that are a part of the body positivity movement are there because they struggle to lose weight and then announce that the entire world's view of weight and health's link is completely misguided and that's wrong? Like, you can be, we're saying here, embrace the person that you are as the shorter guy that maybe doesn't have as much money and maybe doesn't have the right job. But like, what can you do, right? So the same thing goes for this. You can be perfectly happy in the position that you are without telling everybody else that they need to adhere to your biases.
Yeah, you have to accept things you can't change. I think the thing with weight is we perceive it as something that can be changed quite easily, especially if you have good metabolism. Like, if you're skinny without doing nothing, you're like, oh, you must be fat because you're overeating and lazy.
Yep.
But the reality is there are different metabolisms, right? Like, some people just are fatter. It's harder for them to lose weight. They got to try way harder and they got to sacrifice way more. Now, my question is, like, how much you want to sacrifice? We were talking about this earlier. Like, I would rather be fat than David Goggins any day of the week. That seems like the worst life ever. Like, the guy got no fucking toenails. Like, he's saying his knees are completely devoid of any cartilage. Like, it's like he got a whole team just to get up and run every single fucking day. And it's like, that sounds awful. Like, I'd rather be plump and enjoying meals with my friends and like just embracing dessert. I love dessert.
I wonder
awesome.
I wonder whether it's an issue with theory of mind. I wonder whether it's because you can't imagine what it would be like. Let's say, I don't think that this is necessarily the case, but let's say that Goggins takes as much pleasure from running 30 miles a day and doing 500 push-ups as you do from going out with your friends.
Exactly.
Let's just say that that's the case. Let's say that there is a person for whom they can be as happy and confident at the size that they are as the person that is in whatever the shape is. That's not to say that there isn't. On average, I don't think that that's the case for most people. I think that most people end up being happy with a varied life that gives them a good bit of freedom and has a little bit of discipline.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. And again, that was just me personally based on what I value, right?
Correct.
So the one tricky thing with body positivity is the assumption that these things are healthy. And I think nobody's saying don't love your body. What they're saying is don't mislead people into thinking that that's health, right? Like, it is not healthy. Like, doctors say that this is not healthy. And I think that's the only pushback. If you're like, yo, I'm fat and I'm unhealthy, but I like to live like this, I don't think anybody's going to be angry at you. Why do I give a fuck that you're fat?
But what if they say, I'm fat and I'm confident like this?
Great. Your life. Do what the fuck you want. You're not hurting me. I'm fat and this is healthy. Now you're misleading people. Now there's other people who are like, okay, I could potentially be fat and I don't have to worry about my body at all. And you can, I guess, do that, but it is misleading. It's not true.
There was a university in Canada that recently took all of the nutritional information off of the meal plans that students had because them seeing the calories on the back was too triggering.
Was too triggering?
Too triggering.
Wow. Why would that be triggering if they're fine with how they look?
Well, I don't think that they are. I just think that calories were seen as part of a probably patriarchal superstructure that is trying to keep people in their place based on an arbitrary sense of calories in, calories out, which is...
I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't really believe in calories, dude.
Don't believe in calories. Okay. This is interesting. Let's dig in.
Like, I don't think liquid shit is calories.
I challenge you to drink a bunch of Dunkin' Donuts shakes and tell me otherwise.
Depends how liquidy it is. But like, for example, like, I know this sounds crazy, but like, I don't think there's any.
What if you drink a bunch of cream? Is that not liquidy enough?
Let me tell you something, bro. You shouldn't be drinking cream. That's absolutely disgusting. But like, ketchup don't got no calories. You know what I mean? Like, it's liquid, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a Coca-Cola got calories. Like, get out of here. Like, if you just, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't think liquid shit really got calories. I think once you make it liquid, then calories go somewhere else, bro.
You should tell these students in Canada.
Bread has calories. I try to stay off that bread. That bread is dangerous.
So by your logic, the more solid a food is, the more calories it has.
Like sofa?
Cheese.
Mad calories.
Cheese, crazy calories.
Cheese It depends. Is it grilled? You know what I mean?
If it's melted.
If you get it while it's melted, that's no calories. But if that shit starts to coagulate a little bit, now some caloric, it is going up. I'm just telling, like, mayonnaise ain't got no calories, bro. Like, there's certain things when you liquefy, I don't believe it. You can't tell me right now Fanta got calories. You can't tell me. I drink a Fanta, I'm full.
Huberman.
I never drink a Fanta and I'm full.
Andrew, I need to speak to you. We have someone that is not... Dr. Huberman's on the phone.
You tell me right now. How many calories is in a Fanta? 180 or some shit like that?
Probably like 200, yeah.
200 calories.
Yeah.
Okay. You drink a Fanta and eat a Snickers. Which one makes you more full?
The Snickers.
Because calories ain't real. Now, I don't think they're not real in its entirety, but I think the system that we're using is fucked up, bro. I don't think it's legit.
Let's say, for argument's sake, that you're wrong. Let's just imagine in another world that you might be wrong.
I'm down to do a hypothetical.
You can drink way more Fanta than you can eat Snickers.
I believe that.
Which would mean
now you're on my level.
Which would
now you're rocking with me.
It means that you can fit it in your body. It doesn't mean that it's not going to impact you.
No, because calorie is a unit of measurement for how much energy it takes to digest something. I think it takes more to digest a Snickers or a loaf of bread than a fucking liquid. I pee that out. Hey, body. Don't even digest it. How about that? In, out.
Orange still.
Don't even digest it. I'm not asking for you to digest it. I don't want no energy from this. The most ideal way to drink some shit is get that flavor and then pee it out with the bubbles. I'm cool with the bubbles coming out. Yes, still carbonated. I don't want that as calories. I just want the flavor. You cannot convince me right now that 200 calories of bread is the same as 200 calories of Coca-Cola. I know for a fact it's not.
Okay.
Nobody will do whatever.
If you get diabetes in 3 years' time, everyone's going to know where it came from.
Let me ask you this, right? If calories are the same no matter what, why is it that Atkins works or keto works?
Because it is significantly easier to feel full from protein and fat than it is from carbs. Carbs cause you to eat more.
Carbs cause you to eat more?
Correct.
I get fuller way quicker with carbs immediately.
That's my point. So when you get... No, sorry.
Yeah.
It is... You will feel more satiated from protein than you will do from...
Over a long period of time, but the immediate fullness comes from carbs.
True, but you also have...
You starting to get on my side.
Fuck it.
You're starting to get on my... I'm just saying, liquid...
There are dietitians, like... committing, what's that fucking thing? Seppuku now in the fucking comments.
Harikari?
Yeah, that thing, whatever it is.
The Japanese?
Yeah, anime. Yeah, that. They're doing that.
Where they kill themselves.
Yeah, that's it. That's what they're doing.
They're soft.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
What'd you learn from Mr. Beast? Because I'm kind of...
Everything.
But I'm kind of like amazed by him because I can't work out whether it's work rate or creativity or like openness to trying new things or attention to detail. And then I watched a vlog the other day that says he basically lives in the factory that he bought that has all of his different studios in. Yep. So he's obviously super committed. What did you learn from Mr. Beast?
How to run a brothel. A lot of people don't know that about him, but
okay, that's his side hustle.
Into sluts. Loves, like, you know how he's like big on the hamburgers. That's not the only meat that he's slinging, bro. This guy sells bodies, man, like men and women, just gigolos and hookers. Like in North
Carolina, an equal opportunity employer.
He's very equal, 100%. Everybody's allowed, but loves selling sex. Big into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how he got
Imagine
his name.
the production quality of Mr. Beast's OnlyFans.
Oh, you got to see it in person, bro. We'll go to North Carolina.
Fucking 6K, 3D, VR.
Dude.
You ever watch VR porn?
Say again?
Have you ever watched VR porn?
No. Because I've had sex before.
Yeah. Well, look, I advise...
Like in real life.
I advise doing it once just so that you can see the future fucking demise of this civilization.
Why? It's that good?
Well, it's like this... It's like there.
Yeah.
It's like fucking...
Yeah.
Like right there.
Yeah.
It's like pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Or, I don't know. I'm not a big porn guy, but to be honest, Mr. Beast is the motherfucking GOAT. And like the way that he's... I mean, just everything. And he's also very gracious with information. Like he shares... nonstop. Like you can ask him for assistance on things and he's like, yeah, do this, do that, blah blah blah. And he's just great. His whole team is great. I mean, Tarek is great. Like all those guys are fucking awesome. They analyze the hell out of what makes videos work for attention on YouTube. And then they create those things. And it's just, yeah, he's fucking, I can't say enough great things about it outside of the hookers thing that he loves.
Yep, slinging dick.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It seems to me like
and
it would.
Big dick, dude. How
much foreskin?
Bro, he doesn't like foreskin. That's another thing.
Okay.
He doesn't. He what he'll do is he'll bread them and make like calamari out of them. So like he has this cool that's the new restaurant that he's made where he has breaded foreskins and then he sells them as calamari.
Beast skin.
Yeah, beast skin. Yeah, it's crazy that you know that. How do you know that?
I saw the trademark get issued online.
But outside of that, like selling parts of dick, like baby dick, at that, he's a great guy.
How many calories are in baby dick?
Honestly, dude. Oh, man. I don't believe in baby dick calories either, to be honest. To be completely honest with you, dude, I don't believe in it.
Foreskin calories aren't real calories.
I don't know. I'll have to ask. Yeah.
You could imagine a world in which Mr. Beast using like analytics and this sort of reverse engineering. What do we know that works? And I spend 10 grand on a thumbnail and I do this stuff to end up with quite a formulaic and like stodgy feeling production.
Yep.
But it doesn't. It still
he just
feels
keeps on changing it.
But it still feels like creative and open and fluid and stuff like that. That seems pretty like almost impossible to do. Or it seems like the balance that is very difficult to strike.
Of course.
Because there's a bunch of YouTubers that can make the formulaic like this is my process and this is how it will work and I'll rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
But then to do that which works and then keep it fresh. That's
success is seductive. It's very hard to move away from success. And guaranteed success is a thing that you've already been doing very well. So him doing a new type of video or a new genre, a new platform actually creates longevity, right? Like, but at the same time, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous thing to do. He could flop. And when he flops, it's big. Think about like Hollywood won't even make a new movie. We're on Mission Impossible 9. Like that's, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no new movies because they're worried about the amount of money that they're spending not being returned to them. And so that's why I got a lot of respect for Jimmy and the boys, man.
A good example of that with your stuff, you decide to do a new style of comedy online, which is like direct to camera. You start to see some success with that. Mm-hmm. Is it difficult for you to then say, I need to kind of let this go? You have proof. You have there, palm of your fucking hand on YouTube Studio, on the analytics, proof.
Yeah.
Shows are selling out better. Everything's going better. And now I'm going to let that go? I'm going to stop doing the thing that I just found that works to do another new thing, which I don't know works.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking
exciting.
Terrifying.
Also like the time didn't call for it. Like I'll bring that back. Or when I say we'll bring that back. Like, cause all the guys work on it. It was those fucking rants were amazing. I mean, that was just an awesome time. Mark and I started writing them. Then we brought in a guy named Robbie Slovic who works for Jon Stewart now, but he's so fucking brilliant. We would write these like literal essays and then turn them into jokes. And it took so much fucking time. It was unbelievable the amount of time it took to make those. And Miles would make these images and it was great. But the time needed it. Like culturally, we needed that. I remember I got sent a Bill Maher video about he did a rant about the why it's not racist to call it the Chinese virus. Mm-hmm. And then he gave all these examples. West Nile is from West Nile, Long Island, and this is from this, and this is just what we do. And he and I got sent that same video by my wife's stepfather, by my brother, by my youngest employee. It was like multiple generations of people were sending me the same thing. And I was like, ooh, there's a lack of a voice for honesty right now. And people are craving it. And if we can just get the thing right and be truthful, then it will have eyeballs. And then what we inserted to it were jokes that you've never seen, like a level of harshness with the jokes that you just have never seen with topical stuff. Like no network would be okay with those jokes. But the point was also something that was sliced so thin, you've never seen that. So it was like this combination of like an intellectual take that was empathetic to potentially what both sides were feeling about an issue, and what we believed to be was like the truest version of that issue with the harshest jokes you've ever seen. And it was great because we're at this time where like nobody believed anything. And I think now we're so desensitized from like being told one thing and then it ended up being fake for like 3 years in a row. I think people have just checked out. So right now is not the time to do that. But eventually, like, you know, who knows, you know, presidential race comes up. We might get back into it. You never know. But right now, everybody just wants to disassociate. Even the drugs people are using. It's like ketamine's popular right now. It's not cocaine. Cocaine is like, I'm in. What are we doing? Ketamine is like, I'm an observer. Everything is disassociation. So when people want to remove themselves, you don't want to go all in on what the issue is and the right thing about it, in my opinion.
That's very interesting to take the cultural milieu and then go reverse engineer your type of content. I wonder, because it wasn't long ago, it was only 3.5 years ago where you weren't selling out every show.
Yep.
Where you were known but not the sort of size of platform that you have now. And I'm fascinated by people who are kind of on a trajectory from not super famous to getting pretty fucking famous. What have you learned about what's changed? Like, what about the perils of fame or the challenges that
fame is great. I'm not saying I'm famous, but having some level of like fame is
notoriety.
Great. Yeah, it is. What I love about it is people trust your kindness. And I'm genuinely like a kind person. Like I can be nice to somebody and they don't think I want something from them because I'm probably the more famous person in that interaction.
Oh.
So when I walk in a restaurant and I'm nice to like the host or the waiter, they're going, holy shit, this guy that I watch all his comedy, he's like really like a nice guy.
As opposed to because he wants a free
they
Coca-Cola
want a table,
at the end of the
they
night.
Want this, they want a better seat. Like I'm not using kindness as a weapon or tool to extract anything from you. I'm just giving you kindness. So it's allowed me to be like the person who I always want to be. I grew up in New York, which is like, we don't trust kindness. Like if you are nice to me and I don't know you, I think you want something from me. Because that's how people do it in New York, right? They come up to you, hey man, how's your day? Do you have a little moment for the climate? And it's like, oh, you use niceness to get money out of me. So it's great for a guy like me. I didn't grow up in a small town where everybody's nice to one another. I grew up in a town where kindness is specifically used as a tool to manipulate and remove money. That is the goal of kindness in New York. That's why in New York we were like roasty with one another, because that's how I know that you're safe. You know what I'm saying?
Why would it be the case that someone who didn't roast back wouldn't be safe? Because they would be overplaying their nice hand in an attempt to try and get something.
Or not even roast back. Like if the first thing you do is you make fun of an environment, you do something like that. You walk into my store or something like that, like, and you're like, you know, I don't know, I'm trying to think. Like you walk into your store and it's like, you know, someone just robbed this place or whatever, some fucking joke. You're insulting the store. Now the guy on some level is going, okay, he's insulting me. That's bad. But at the same time, he's not trying to manipulate me. That's also good. I can trust this guy's intentions potentially. That might not be the best example, but one of the coolest things about having fame is just being able to be nice to people and them like appreciating it. Also, and this is a Norm Macdonald line, but I agree with this completely. It's like you get the best version of people. Like people come up to you with a smile. They come up to you happy. They come up to you excited. Like you're getting like this awesome treatment from people. Most people walk around the streets. They're upset. They're stressed about something. They got to go somewhere. They're in a rush. They got no time for anybody they're bumping into. Most of the interactions I get to have is people going, hey, I love what you do. You're really proud of this thing. And I love what you do. And my specific type of like, I hate using these types of words, but like notoriety is like, they know me for being myself. I'm not playing Superman.
Gladiator or some shit.
Yeah. Yes, like where you really like Superman. You don't like me. You like the character I play. It's like, nah, this is me. These are the things I think, the things I feel. So you appreciating that is so fulfilling. So it is awesome. And I'm not at that level, I guess, where it ruins your life. But I also think that's a choice. Like, I'm not going to name names, but like, I have people I see rolling around with like fucking 100 security guards and shit. And all of a sudden, I'm just like, I've been with people who have security guards and nobody recognizes them. They just recognize me. I think you're overplaying this situation. Now, I don't want to jinx myself. Somebody comes up and robs me or something, but...
Have you considered what happens if you overshoot fame?
What does overshoot mean?
So there's an article called 13 Reasons Not to Get Famous by Tim Ferriss. He wrote it probably about 6 or 7 years ago, and it's one of the fucking best things that I've ever read.
Yeah.
Most people in the world are below the level of fame that they would like to get to. Even you, maybe. even you would like, as someone that's got a pretty big platform, to continue to accumulate more notoriety and fame.
I never think about fame.
Not for its own sake, but like it comes as a byproduct of doing more things.
Success.
Right, yes.
Greatness.
It would be unlikely for you to say, I'm prepared to stop doing what I'm doing because I now have too much fame. That might be a better way to frame it. Yep. Like that you would stop doing the podcast because if you accumulate one more subscriber, that would be one too many that may know you. That the byproduct of what you're doing would cause you like discomfort with fame. So my point being that almost everybody in the world has less fame or notoriety than they would be comfortable with having.
Yeah.
Right?
You don't know that threshold until you pass it.
And you can't stop it. You can't stop it once it happens. And Tim Ferriss, Tim Ferriss is one of these guys who blasted through this ceiling.
Yeah.
And he uses these 13 reasons. And this guy camps up outside of the house that he's living in, maybe in Austin a long time ago now, and lives outside on his front lawn for like 2 weeks because he's adamant that Tim is sending him secret messages in his podcast saying he wants to be in a relationship with him. Yeah. And Tim has to check into every hotel that he goes on a holiday with under a pseudonym, under a fake name, because people find out they call all of the hotels in the area, not able to upload family photos when he's been going away and all sorts of stuff. He never puts photos of like his friends and the people that he's with and all this sort of shit. Yeah. Like he never does any of that. And he says like, these are some of the prices that you pay in order to get the level of fame. I think he had maybe like a 700 million to 1 billion person audience, like the number of, not obviously individual people, but the number of exposures. And he was like, 1,000,000 to 1 odds happen 8 times a day in New York. If you have an audience of, let's say, 100 million people, let's say there's 100 million people that know who you are and know what you do, 1% of the world are psychopaths. Of that 1%, let's say that 1% of them have sufficient motivation to come and do something, and like 1% of them have got fucking... You're still left with a pretty significant cohort of people that when you broaden out the amount of people that know you... I was at the On It gym in Austin, and some dude came in with this like sort of scraggly, shuffly looking guy out of his car with this handwritten fucking like ring binder thing and put it down and said, I need to speak to Aubrey Marcus, owner of On It, CEO of On It. They were like, he doesn't work. He not only did he sell the company to Unilever like 6 months ago, but like he's not here. He doesn't live and work in here.
Factory,
And he's like, okay, I'll wait in the car. And they were like, no, you don't understand. Like he's not here. He's not coming here. He's like, I need to speak to Aubrey. I need to give him this. Yeah. My point being that when you start, and Aubrey's audience is like, comparable with the size of mine.
Yeah. First of all, I couldn't pick Tim Ferriss out of a lineup to save my wife's life. I have no fucking clue what that guy looks like. I don't think that he has an issue walking around at all. I can't believe that at all. That's not to say that people don't know him, but I just have no fucking clue what he looks like. I know who he is, the 5-hour work week guy or whatever,
One of those, just to interject there, one of the reasons for that is he's significantly backed off his public persona over the last decade.
Gotcha, yeah.
He had a show on Discovery or something.
I bought his book too. I got the
perfect example of what you said though is you want everybody to know your name and nobody to know your face if you want to maximize your
I mean it depends, but then you don't get that like amazing treatment
precisely
from those
correct
people, and then they can't trust the kindness that you give them and that kind of stuff. So I think with Tim Ferriss the problem is you have to figure out like what lane you're in. If you're in self-help, you're going to attract the people that need the most help. A guy willing to camp out on your fucking lawn needs a lot of help. So I'm not surprised that the self-help people get the weirdest, craziest fucking followers that do all the weird, crazy shit. I'm a comedian. I like making sane people laugh. That is the fun thing for me, right? And I like poking fun at absolutely everybody. I don't say I'm some fucking important guy. I don't even go say comedy's important. I say treat us with the least level of respect. The less respect you have for us, the better. There's so many comics who are out there like, we're the modern day philosophers. I'm sure I've said this on some fucking podcast that I'm a modern day philosopher, and I regret ever saying it. I regret ever giving any kind of importance to comedy, because then you can't say anything. You can't say we're the modern day philosophers. We're the ones putting the truth out there in the world. We're the ones changing the world. We're the ones holding the mirror up to the fucking powerful people. And then on the same level go, why are they canceling us for what we say? You said you're important. You said you're changing the world. Well, if I was someone in power, I'd sure as want to silence those motherfuckers that are saying the real shit. If you're that important, say we're not important at all, and we could say whatever the fuck we want. I value saying what the fuck I want. So treat me like a clown. I don't give a fuck.
I wonder if that's part of the problem that Brian had.
Which is
that he's done serious stuff. He's done serious stuff.
Of course.
And then when you want the get out of jail free card, I was just making a joke. Like, it's very difficult to do that. Yeah, man. Well, I'd be very interested to track it.
With Ferris, I don't know. And don't get me wrong, it gets a level. Like I see what certain like ones of my friends have to go through that is like very fucking difficult. And it's not only difficult in regards to like how your life is, because like, listen, I you know, my wife will get fucking insulted and that kind of stuff on the line. And like when you have a wife and you have children, you're subjecting your family to this shit too. You know, I was talking to Patrick Bet-Dave on the podcast, and I was like, would you run for governor? He's like, nah, I wouldn't subject my family just for governor. He goes, for president, it might be worth it.
Yeah.
Like, but so for governor, no.
He's making a value judgment between what's the price that I pay versus what's the return that I get.
100%.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I mean, one of the problems that you definitely do have is you've got friends for whom you were, I think, about to say it, that it affects the people around them. Like, if you want to go out for dinner with Joe, it's like, we need to pre-vet the place that we're going. He needs to have his guys. It needs to be a closed-off room because it's just going to be bing, bing, bing throughout the entire night.
So how do you maintain your normalcy in that? I'm so lucky. Everything I do is collaborative, and it's one of the things I've realized in life. I love doing things with the people that I cherish. I love spending time to camaraderie. It's all about everything that I do. I know when I'm up on stage, I'm just me by myself, right? But if you even notice like how I do stand-up, I'm like curious about the people there as well. Like I'm interactive with them, even with the jokes that I've like pre-written and these pieces. I'm still like, there's this conversation because I like being with people and I like creating with people, right? Those are the things I like. I don't want it just to be me. I like having this group and we solve these problems together. For me, that is the most awesome thing. Like I even look at the movies that I love. Like Ocean's 11 is just like, to me, the best movie because it's 11 misfits that come together to solve this impossible problem, right? Like this is a metaphor for our lives. So one of the things I like about that is that I'm coming up like Dove, who's my manager and producing partner, my first friend in college. Jamil, who you met out there, is my best friend since I'm 13 years old, right? Like Akash, my first friend in comedy. Like all these people that are part of the team, and Mark and Miles went to college together. Like all these people are part of the team, and are these people that we enjoy hanging out and working together because that is the most fun for me. And it also maintains a level of normalcy. If you're isolated, you're by yourself. You're the only one doing this. The bigger this thing gets, who's your boy who's just making fun of you? Who's your boy that's just going to keep you humble? Who's your boy that's going to let you know what you're doing is absolutely great and you can trust that?
Is there something special about it being a member of the team or an inside person that's a part of the project as opposed to it just being a friend that you have that's been with you the whole time?
Well, I also have those guys. You know,
but is there something extra that you get from the guys that you work with?
I like getting money with my boys. I'm going to be honest with you. That makes me happy. Like
on the come up together.
Yeah, like because these are things we talked about. Like I remember when Jamil was working over at TripAdvisor, I was like, yo, one day we're going to do the ads together for the pod. And then for other parts, we're going to build an ad agency.
Fucking TripAdvisor will be the one that comes to us.
Right? And then like now we're doing it. So it's cool to like imagine these things and then like live them out. Like dude, when me and Dove were in college, we almost did a radio show together. How crazy is this? Now he is managing
basically a radio show.
A fucking radio. You know what I'm saying? Like all these things we planned.
Yeah.
And then we're executing. That to me is fun. Like seeing your friends buy some expensive shit from the money you guys made together. Seeing your friends like treat their fucking wives right. You buy something.
He's got a very, very, very fast BMW back in the UK.
Isn't that fire?
Fucking unreal, man.
Isn't it cool?
One of the fucking coolest things that's happened since doing the show is the ability to like liberate good other people that have come along with me. Like the first year that we did this show, he made £50 probably in AdSense.
Yeah.
We've split YouTube down the middle since we very, very first started.
Yeah.
He worked for worse than free, whatever worse than free is.
Yeah.
For like 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And then fucking by year 4, he's got I'm like, let's fucking go.
To me, that's just the most beautiful
Let me give you
thing.
the other one. Let me give you the second thing that for me. So that's one of them. For a long time when you're doing a show, especially mine, where the come-up's been like pretty gradual, like took a long time to get to anything and now it's really taking off. You're like slipstreaming the clout of everybody else, right? I'm holding on to the coattails of Douglas Murray or Jordan Peterson or fucking whoever, right?
Yep.
And then after a little bit of time, you get sufficient momentum that you realize that you can be that springboard for other people.
Yeah, you got clout.
And you're like, oh, holy fuck. I get to go and find some underground hero that is way more brilliant than the amount of people that know about them, and then give them a platform, and they fucking, away they go. Louise 100%. Perry wrote this amazing book called The Case Against the Sexual Revolution. I release an episode, and so does Trigonometry, and it goes to #1 on Amazon. Like, because she's brilliant.
Yeah.
And we happen to have the platform that was able to display her brilliance.
Absolutely.
And it's just rinse and repeat. Now that's fucking cool.
Oh, it's awesome.
I fucking love doing that.
Especially if you really admire those people, you really love them, or they deserve a fair shot. It's great using your platform in that way. 100%. I agree with you. And that's what I admire so much about Joe, to be honest. It's like, yeah, Joe's the shit, man. He's literally, he is cool. Even if you're a fan, as cool as you think he is, you don't really understand what he did. Because like when he puts a guy like me on his podcast, that could bomb. You know how many comics he'll put on, and I'm sure the episodes don't do as well, but he's doing it because those people are hilarious and he feels that people should see them. Most people, when they get power, they don't like to give it away. Like George is on some like, Joe's on some like George Washington shit. Like it's crazy to be president and be like, all right, I got to stop this. You know what I mean? Like, I got to give power back to the people. That's a weird thing to fucking
Marcus
do.
Aurelius philosopher king shit.
Low key. So it's like, yeah, it's just a benevolent king is the rarest one. And we got it, and we got to appreciate it while it's here, because it's not always going to be here. Because usually what the thing inside people that makes them want to get power is the thing that will make them not want to relinquish any of it.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, you're totally right. I never even thought of it, but there could be another world in which the biggest podcaster in the world also happened to be a total cunt.
That will be the case, most likely.
At some point.
After Joe retires, forever.
Yeah. Like this is the anomaly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly... It's so weird, and that's kind of like everybody has your North Stars. Like my father's my North Star in like most situations. Like I'm just like, what would he do? Like how would he treat the people around him? How would he empower them? How would he do that shit? And I look at other people that also do that, and I'm like, he's a great example, especially in the entertainment business, about how you could put people on.
Yeah,
and how you could put people on, and that doesn't hurt you. That just makes you that much better. Like low-key, I look at Drake like that too. Like Drake gave so many people features and then made them famous because of those features. That didn't make Drake any less, but what it did do is made every one of those artists so grateful of Drake. So now, anytime Drake needs anything, they're there. Anybody says anything about Drake, they're like, nah, fuck you. That guy made me a millionaire. That guy bought my mom a house.
Yeah.
Like he didn't have to, simply because he loved my art. How he's done his career, how Joe's done, it's also no fucking... Yeah, it's not surprising at all that you look at the people that are at the top of their careers or like they're top of their industries and they're operating in a kind of similar way, which is I'm just saying Drake and Rogan, pointing out these people who are far less famous and successful than them and then giving them the platform to be successful. Drake will go on your song. He's not even saying be on my shit. I'm going on your shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. Like, I asked Joe, I was like, yo, will you be the first guest on the pod? He's like, absolutely.
Yeah.
And you never want to ask somebody is that busy. But it was one of those things where it's like, we also want to kind of honor him a little bit. You know what I mean? It was like, I think it's only
like
right.
A shrine. Yeah.
Like, yo, man, like, you're so instrumental in even making this. So that's the thing. Like, I think that's why also there's so many people that will defend Joe no matter what anybody says about him.
This was the interesting thing that I realized around a bunch of the different controversies that happened over the last year with him. What happens usually when the press brings up a particular news story is they say, this is the tip of the iceberg that shows this particular person is the homophobic, racist, transphobic, misogynistic piece of shit that we've always said that they were.
Yeah.
Now, the problem with Joe for the press was even a casual fan has listened to like 200 to 500 hours.
Yeah.
And there's people that have listened to multiple thousands of hours. And they go, you're telling us that this is the tip of the iceberg. I've seen the whole iceberg.
Yeah.
I know that there's nothing down there.
Exactly.
So for you to besmirch and like smear this person's name by claiming you know something I don't, I don't think you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what was so, I think what is so good, it's such a good protectionist strategy, and it's not a strategy, but it's just a byproduct of talking for hundreds and hundreds of hours every single year. Yeah. It's like, look, if I fucking genuinely didn't like black people, it would be out there by now.
People would know.
How fucking good of an actor do you think I am?
Yeah.
To be able to hold this non-racist persona for like fucking thousands and thousands of hours.
Yeah. And the craziest thing is he's vegan. That's the thing a lot of people don't know. Like that elk shit is a lie. Like,
beyond elk.
It's beyond elk. He's a very strict vegan. like strict vegan and can't use a crossbow for shit. I was like, yo, show me how to do that bow and arrow shit.
Tiny foreskin.
Dude, can't crossbow. No, those are the things you got to attack him for. Those are every one of those is CGI. The crossbow shit, CGI. Like he takes a scooter to work, like a razor scooter to work. He's just doing like every single day when I don't know why they don't attack him for that. They always come for these old videos and that kind of stuff, but you got a vegan on a razor scooter that can't even use a crossbow. You know, like that's the thing that you should probably write a New York Times article about, you know? Isn't that crazy? Like when you go, you know how you've done the pod and he's just like, you know, mashing down Beyond Burgers. Like, and he's like, this is soy. Like, you know how he tries to rub soy on your tits right before every pod? Like that's my favorite part.
You've got to wipe it off the microphone before you get.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fucking dude.
Nah, he's a fucking man, dude.
I think it's very scary what happens if and when he like bows out and somebody else comes through.
Same thing that happened in LA. Like look at the LA comedy scene. When he was at the helm of the LA comedy scene, everybody was helping each other out. It was this like beautiful camaraderie that was happening.
What's it like now?
Well, one, not as many people going out to the shows, and that's reasonable because you have the most famous person on the planet that's going to go to the comedy clubs every single week. So naturally, you're going to have people come out there. But yeah, just it doesn't feel like there's that same energy, that same excitement, that same camaraderie that was there. And I think naturally things can get a little bit more competitive. People are organizing who's the next king, who's the next person, what's the deal.
There's a power vacuum, so there's a power grab happening.
Of course. And but yeah, man, it's like, yeah, that potentially can happen. You got to hope that a guy like that has instilled enough values in people that even if they are like these kind of psychopaths, they see that the way to success is through altruism, kindness, support.
And you've left behind this like tradition almost.
Yeah. So even though they're using it, they're doing those things for the wrong reason. Like, it's like, even though they just being a Christian so they could get to heaven, at least they're being a Christian.
Pascal's wager again.
Yes, there exactly. Yes, you got it right.
Pavlov's wager.
Pavlov's wager. I always fuck it up.
All right, so think about, for me, we're talking about this sort of change of status and notoriety for you, and you mentioned earlier on that you and your new wife are now starting to try for kids.
Yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. Comedians are used to being grafters, right? You do all of these shows, and you've got this podcast, and you do this stuff online, and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Is there a tension between the amount of work that you want to do and how much you're used to doing, and the fact that that's got you a particular level of success, and the fact that moving forward, you're not going to be able to serve yourself in the same sort of selfish way anymore? You're now going to have to let go of some of the strategies that got you to where you are if you want to become the husband and father and family builder that you want to be.
100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you have to. That's why for me, it's like, I want to learn how to be like a businessman. Like, I'm good at making money, but that's not because I'm ever chasing money. It says I'm chasing greatness, and I'm good at recognizing talent. Like the guys that fucking work with me, all those guys are goddamn superstars. And it's like, but I want to learn how to run a business so that I can create free time, because right now I'm the bottleneck for all my time.
Correct.
You know, so it's like, but what if I learned how to do it like a real businessman would do, or brought in somebody, you know, that could teach me how to run it so I can create more pockets of time for myself? Because to me, yeah, that will be the most important thing. You know, obviously starting a family and wanting to make time to spend time with them specifically. And like, honestly, go through those life changes and see how that's reflected in the work as well. I'm excited for that. I'm done talking about the same shit I've already talked about.
Start doing dad jokes?
Yeah, I can't wait for dad jokes. I can't wait to talk about family. Like, because the people that listen to me are also going through that.
Correct.
They're also having families, right? They're also married. They're also experiencing these things. I like evolving with them. Like, I don't want to be like a clothing brand that's still trying to sell shit to 16-year-olds and you're 55. Like, fuck that. Like, I want to grow with them, and I want those 16-year-olds that listen to go like, oh shit, that's what's going to be like when
comes
we're older.
Along for the ride. Yeah.
I listened to fucking Chris Rock when he was probably in his, I mean, I don't know how old he is, but like, I know I was a teen and I'm listening to this older guy talk about relationships and that kind of stuff that I wasn't exactly relating to, but I recognize how funny he was. So I think that's there. But yeah, man, to me, that is the greatest honor, you know, like building that family and trying to instill some cool values in a kid.
I have a friend who has made a good bit of money throughout his 20s off the back of really, really great products and courses that he released online. And he's got this new girlfriend and he's all fucking smitten with her, and they've been together for maybe a year or so now. We went out for dinner not long ago and we were just chatting about sort of where he's at and the journey he's got to get himself to the level of success he's at now. And he was like, do you know what it is, man? I realized that most of my 20s was spent setting me up to be the dad that I want to be for my future kids.
That's cool.
I was like, that's fucking dope.
Yeah.
So fucking cool.
Yeah.
And you realize that, you know, the strife and the challenges and the overcoming this and the learning and all of that, you know, it's nice to give it away to people and they resonate with you and you're like, that's fucking brilliant. But imagine if I synthesized it down and focused it on like fucking 3 tiny little humans that had my genetics.
100%.
That's fucking cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's the ultimate success. Like, I think that's the ultimate thing that I'll be defined as. You know, for me, at least. I've been very fortunate that, like, I've achieved, there's like one more goal I have in stand-up. And then I've checked off.
You say what it is?
Yeah, I just want to sell at Madison Square Garden.
How many people is that?
There's different ways to do it. But I think
the big boy?
In the center, and I have to make sure that that's the best show, that's like 18,000. And then if off to the side, it's like 12,000. So it was one of these things where, like, for the last tour, I was like, do we do it for the last tour? Because we did Radio City, that's just 6,000, but we did that twice. So that's 12,000. Like, all right, maybe we could have done that and check it off. But then there's also the big boy. There's 18. Maybe you want to get that. So that's the last goal. That's not to say that I'm going to stop. I think I'll have plenty new goals. But of those older ones, that's the one where I'm like, okay, I still want to check that off. But it's funny, like, success will make you value completely different things, man. Like, I don't know. I was like, I would look for inspiration in terms of the things that, like, man has created. Like, I went out there and I was, looking at the pyramids. I look at Rome. I look at Paris. I look at Tokyo. Like, I was going around to all, like, the greatest creations that, you know, man is responsible for, right? And I'm like, oh, this is really inspiring. And then I was out in, like, Utah and I looked at, you know, what time has created. You know what I mean? Like, you see a fucking canyon that was created over 100 million years. And one, it's like absolutely beautiful, but two, it puts things in perspective, like how short a time we have here and like what we're going to do with this time. And I think that's why I like bust David Goggins' balls a little bit. It's like, okay, you spent your time running. That's awesome. You know, but like, how do I want to spend my time? Do I want to spend it creating? Yes, I love creating. Do I want to spend it developing this relationship and this partnership with my wife? Yes, I want to do that. Do I want to raise these kids and I want to experience things with these kids and through these kids and hopefully prepare them for the world, which is fucking terrifying. Like, the fuck do I know about the world? You know, I know about some stand-up comedy. I'm not going to have the right thing to say when they're having a tough issue at school. Do I call my dad and ask the right thing to say? Is there a book I can read? You know, that's another thing. It's like, how do I want to process my time here? And I think that's what I'm thinking about. And it's very likely I'll get to like a dollar amount where I might stop everything. I might get to a dollar amount and I'm like, okay, that's it. I'm done with everything. I'm just going to focus with my kids, enjoy the fuck out of life with my kids, and travel with my wife and make sure I experience every little thing I want to and make sure she gets to experience every little thing in the world that she wants to. That's completely possible. Or I might do that and then realize, wow, I really love creating. It's fulfilling. And like having these conversations is like so important to me. And I'm not doing it for money because I have enough money to say, fuck you. I'm doing it just because I truly love it. Like, yeah, we'll have to cross that bridge when we get there. But I want to, at the end of the day, be like, I got the most out of this fucking time. Like, if I get 100 years on this planet, I want to feel at the end of it. I was like, yep, I did that right. I had some fucking dessert. I ate some bread, not too much. I did enough running and exercise. I stayed healthy. You know, I was a hell of a fucking husband. You know, I hope to God, you know, if I could have as good a dad to my kids as my dad was to me, that would be incredible. A good son like that. Yeah. That type of shit is where I'll define myself and hopefully get to a point where I'm not trying to keep myself busy and distracted and more at peace with all this great stuff that's happening. You know what I mean?
When it comes to the business side of stuff, it's interesting to think about what you're building here. And Tom Segura as well, in your mom's house, is like a really fucking good example.
He's brilliant, man. Yeah.
It's a miniature production studio.
Yeah.
It's like it's a genuine production studio. And given the fact that recently you already, what was new media, streaming, took back control from something that already felt like new media. So like new media.
Yeah, that's
is,
right. Streaming is new. And then
there's another one from that, which is like, no, fuck you. This is mine now.
Yeah,
this is independent creation, direct to customer, direct to consumer.
Yeah.
What do you think? Because obviously you've got the inside of Hollywood thing. You were back over in the UK doing some acting, I think, at some point, not too long ago.
I did a few movies this year, yeah.
So if that's the case, you're straddling both sides, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing still the old world.
Yeah.
And you're also slap bang in the middle of the new world.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your predictions for the next 5 to 10 years?
For me, it's like I like the institutions that are. I don't want to like create a new streaming platform. That's not my goal. Like we'll use the platforms that exist already. I want to focus on creating things, and whether they live on YouTube or they live on Netflix or Amazon or any of these places or movie theaters, that's awesome. But I just want to make sure I'm doing the most of creating. We had to build out a business, apparatus in order to like execute the dreams because we didn't have the opportunity on these traditional channels. So like I had to put on the business hat that I didn't really necessarily want to, but I had to because I want to find a way to solve problems and get what I want. But I think in the future, at least for me, I really want to make a film. That's why I'm doing this acting stuff now, so I can like see what the process is, and it's like, but I really want to make a film because I'm really obsessed with story. And I think story is the key to information, like the truest way that we digest and hold information. And Huberman said a really interesting thing. I was like, tell me about story. Like, what's going on with story? And he goes, here, I don't know what the fuck it is about stories, but even when I quote people, I make them sound dumber. But I don't know what the fuck it is about story. He's a doctor, right? But no. But he goes, when somebody's telling a story, their heart rate. No, sorry. The people who are listening, their heart rates all change at the same time. And I was like, oh, there it is. And that's like stories are like music. Like the reaction is music, right? Yep. And it's like you can capture attention. You can convey information. Like the greatest politicians answer every question with a story.
Correct.
Right? Love him or hate him. Like Bill Clinton, when he answers a question, it's always, one time in South Carolina we were doing this, and then climate change, and then, that was awesome. I'll never forget that. Right. So it's like, one, how do we tell a story? And really master the art of that. And two, how do we use the tools from a story to really execute the things that I feel, the guys feel, the things that we want to come across. Yeah.
I thought when I first started the show, because I was part of like the productivity space, at least in the very first instance, and I was pretty adamant that the way to make a good podcast was to like ruthlessly index information as succinctly as possible. And what I wanted was you, Andrew Huberman, me, host, me, dissect brain, take information, give it to audience. Yeah. And over time, I've realized that you're a vibe architect. Like your job is to architect a vibe for people. And it's not about ruthlessly getting information out there. Maybe they'll take some stuff away, but there is absolutely no chance that someone isn't going to be able to remember the short girl going around the corner of the supermarket and seeing like this like fucking little bitch with the tall guy in the front. Like, what does that tell you? Oh, well, maybe they'll remember intrasexual competition or some other stuff. But if you convey that through a story, it hits so much harder. And it took me so long to realize that because it's kind of scary. It feels almost like a low ball effort or like, I don't know, like basic or I don't know. I just didn't have faith in stories. Yeah. And it's only been within the last probably 18 months where I've gone, oh, we need to lean into this more.
It's biological.
Yeah.
It's I don't know why anybody goes away with it. I've gone away with it as well. I'm like, what is the point that I'm trying to do? Even with jokes, you're like, here's premise and here's the punchline, execute it. It's like, how can we turn this into a story? I mean, there was this bit in my special, I do this abortion bit, and it was basically 3 different bits that I turned into a story. And the most fascinating thing about it is that when I'm telling it, I believe that happened. Like, it didn't happen like that. These are 3 individual things that I thought were funny. And then I blend them to story, and I can even convince myself that this happened. Like, as I'm telling it, I'm remembering being at a specific street and seeing a specific person that did not happen. If I can do that with me, imagine what a story can do with somebody else, right? So it's like, I would love to tell. I want to make a film, man. I want to make a film. At least, maybe we'll start with one, but then others. And I think right now it's the time for a rated R film. And to answer your initial question, like how we're going to straddle that, like new media and new media, is I think that if you're going to make anything transformative, you have to do it independently. And then once you prove the product, it's worth it for those people who are worried about losing their jobs to take that chance. It's not initially. And that's why you'll never make a rated R comedy.
What's rated R?
Rated R is like, it goes PG-13, rated, it goes G is like cartoons. PG-13 is you got to be 13 to buy a ticket. And then rated R is you got to be, I think, like 18 to buy a ticket to enter. So it's adult content. Okay. Right? I think the Hangover is probably rated R, like the funnier comedies. And but there hasn't been a rated R comedy that was hilarious in probably 2 decades. It's kind of crazy to even think about. Maybe 15 years. Like if we literally think back, like what was that hilarious movie I saw recently? Like think about that. This is like, that's crazy. So, and the reason is what I was telling you before, right? It's just like people are worried about losing their jobs. And it's not that Hollywood has necessarily this like huge liberal slant. It's just when you're worried about getting fired, you're liberal. When you're worried about getting fired, you are accepting, right? You walk in on your boss and he's like fucking a dog. You're just like, love is love, bro. You know what I mean? Like, because what if, God forbid, you said something about that and then your boss was like, get the fuck out of here, you're fired. So everybody just leans into that direction. Now, granted, it's California, people are more liberal, et cetera, but it's more of like self-preservation than anything else. I genuinely feel that way. It's like, how can I not lose my fucking job? The way you don't lose your job is if we prove that this movie can make $250 million without you. And then everybody else out there is going,
you need to get on that.
Get on that fucking movie.
Rory Sutherland, one of my friends, smartest behavioral economist in the world, he said people would much sooner fail with a safe strategy than succeed with a risky one.
Especially if it's not their business.
Oh, yeah, because no one has ever... what was the fucking analogy? Nobody was ever fired for using JP Morgan. But people do get fired for using this brand new bank that's maybe amazing, but maybe not. It's like you will always take the safe option.
100%.
Speaking of dog fucking,
yeah,
I saw this fucking Florida man sexually abused dog, wreaked havoc at nearby church and attempted to steal a car in a wild action-packed outing, police say. Around 4:30 p.m., police received a call about a man who had allegedly caused quite a disturbance in Clearwater neighborhood. According to witnesses, 36-year-old Chad Mason of Orlando was taking a friend's golden doodle for a walk in an apartment complex that afternoon when he suddenly began having sex with the dog in full view of the public, including at least one child. When an adult confronted him about the act of bestiality, Mason ran off and took refuge in the local Presbyterian church. He wreaked more havoc. Witnesses said he upended a nativity set, several potted plants, causing approximately $400 worth of damage. After he left the church, Mason reportedly ran to a nearby neighborhood where he destroyed a mailbox and attempted to steal a car. Clearwater police took him into custody. Mason bonded out of jail and is scheduled to appear in court sometime later this month. The current condition and whereabouts of the golden doodle have not been reported.
You know what's really
fucking Florida, man.
That Florida is how we cure racism.
Elaborate.
Because no matter what race someone is, when they do something crazy in Florida, nobody thinks it's the race's fault. They're like, oh, that's Florida. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if that was any other race and they went like Asian man or whatever, all the racists that hate Asians would be like, see, that's how they act, da, 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 right? But with Florida, we just are prejudiced towards the whole state. So now we just see them all as equal. Like anybody can be equally crazy as long as they're from Florida. It's kind of beautiful.
Florida's not really a part of America, right? It's like you've got Alaska, Hawaii, and Florida, and no one really thinks about them as being...
That's actually kind of interesting what you're saying when you mention those 3 places. Because they're all versions of America for people who aren't from there, except for Alaska. But like Hawaii is Asian people's version of America. And Miami specifically is Latin America's version of America. So it's not America, but it is. And Hawaii, when you're in there, you're like, yeah, it's America kind of, but it's a little Asian about it. You know, like you're not like, yeah, this is how home is, right? There's like a little part of where you're from that looks like that, but it's not the whole city, you know? Yeah. And I think that's when, you know, when you were talking even earlier about your experience in Miami, when you look at when you look at like what made Miami and the culture that defined Miami, you're talking about a lot of people that are leaving impoverished places. And when you come from no money and get money, you want to show it off.
Yeah.
And oftentimes those places that they're coming from that are impoverished, a woman's value is her looks. So to seem the most valuable or rich, she's going to accentuate those as much as
I saw my first BBL in Miami. It's like a fucking optical illusion. It's
crazy.
like 2 basketballs on an upturned baseball bat. It's like pretty fucking awful.
Doesn't
it's like
even look good.
It's like a bag of cats.
Yeah.
A bag of cats, like fucking slopping around all over the place.
It's not the best, but I understand like where they're coming from and why they're doing that.
You went to Miami briefly.
Yeah, I loved it,
but didn't stay.
No,
presumably
too happy.
Too happy.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Couldn't write any jokes. And I don't need to be miserable or depressed to write jokes, but there was nothing for me to push back against. Like when my version of Miami wasn't like the douchey one that you saw, and I just saw that recently. I was there for Art Basel and it was fucking miserable. Like it was the worst aspects of Miami squeezed into one weekend. But what I was seeing, which is the things I love about Latin culture, which is like a love of family, a love of celebration and like partying. And it's like, what am I upset about here? Like, I love when the girl with fucking purple armpit hair is complaining about some shit outside of a library. I like pushing back against that, right? In Miami, what am I pushing back against? They want to hang out with their family, love each other, dance, and listen to music. Like, what is annoying about that? Nothing. I'm like, enjoy your fucking family. We need some family time. We need to enjoy life, regardless if we have money or we don't have money. And we need to have a little party and celebration. So it was that was tricky, but everything else about life there was just phenomenal. You're just getting vitamin D every single fucking day. It was just, so yeah, there are parts of Miami that I absolutely fucking love, man. Love. But I don't know if I could live there full time. Too enjoyable for this time of my life.
Andrew Schulz, ladies and gentlemen, dude, I really appreciate the fuck out of you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you, man.
Where should people go and what can they expect from you soon? What have you got coming up next? Any cool shit?
Yeah, you can check out the podcast. I got some movies coming out this year, so that would be pretty cool if I don't get cut out of them. That'd be awesome. And then, the podcast is Flagrant. I do Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne. I got my stand-up specials on YouTube right now. It's called Infamous. Go check that out. And then some cool shit in the future that I won't say exactly just right now. But yeah, keep in touch.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
What's happening, people? Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that episode, then press here for a selection of the best clips from the podcast over the last few weeks. And don't forget to subscribe. Peace.